Hey, welcome makers, welcome YouTube, welcome Twitch, welcome people from around the world or wherever you're located. My name is Jerry, you're watching 3DHB, and today it's time for my Saturday maker chat that I have, where I invite people in that are makers, that are into 3D printing, painting, resin printing, CNC work, what else? A little bit of anything and everything that we work on. But I have a couple people in the back room. I can have up to 10 people at a time on screen, so if I know who you are, and I recognize you in chat, I'll invite you in and you can hang out and chat with us. And what else can I say? I printed a mini me right there. I'll show you a picture here in a minute. But yeah, a designer friend of mine gave that to me for a Christmas present, and it was sculpted from scratch. It wasn't, I sent him some pictures and he done a pretty good job on it, excellent job on it. And we'll talk about that, and we'll talk about what other people are making. So without further ado, as people say, or without further delay, let's bring in some people and we'll get going. So thank you very much, everybody. Hey, Matt, how you doing today?
Hey, yeah, I'm pretty good. How's everybody?
Awesome. Hey, Liam, how are you?
Howdy. That was the most subdued introduction you've ever done. What's wrong?
I know. Are you sick? Are you ill?
Hey, Betty Boop, what's going on there? Hello, Betty Boop. Oh, Nightbot's running. Okay. Yeah, I'm just checking here what's going on. Yeah, I need to change my intro. A lot of things have changed in my maker stuff here, there, and in the garage, so I need to fix it. Need to make it better. So I'll
I have a question for Matt, if I may.
Yeah.
I see the lawnmower won the battle.
Hello, Okamudjum.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, the lawnmower won.
Yeah, it's pretty short, but looks good. Go bald, man. Shave it and go bald. You can be like me. Now, unfortunately...
I'm sorry I can't grow my hair long, because otherwise I get flakes and I get skin problems.
Lotion.
You know. No, I'm not going to have greasy hair.
They're motion lotion, either one. So, anyway. Hey, old curmudgeon, how you doing?
And I'm getting bald. That's what I recognize on my...
Yeah, I made a boo-boo. When I sent this sculptor some pictures of myself, I forgot to shave my back of my head and here. So, he put that in the model, like razor stubble, because that's how I looked at the time. And then since I took a selfie of myself, it appeared that my earring was in my right ear and the left, so he moved it, but I had him change it back to the other ear. But yeah, it's an awesome model. It came out great.
The only thing better have your earring on the other side.
Well, I just wanted to hear. Hello, Matt. How are you doing, Akuma Mods?
Hey, Matt.
Okay, thanks, Matt.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Michael from Teaching Tech dropping in bright and early down in Australia. Hey, Michael, how are you?
Well, thank you. Morning or afternoon to everyone.
Good morning.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
How's life?
Yeah, not too bad. We're coming into summer. It's been very wet, but we're starting to get some nicer weather. So that's been pretty nice.
I'll trade you. It started to snow here today.
It's a bit misty outside, but yeah, the trend has been really nice. We get snow in the region where I live, but we're a little bit too far down the mountain, so we don't really get that. So sometimes it gets really cold, but we don't get the snow as the benefit.
Yeah, no, we've had like in January or February we get -36. That's also -36 centigrade. Like
oh, wow. Okay.
Fahrenheit and centigrade balanced out at that point. And it's not unheard of 12 to 16 inches or 18 inches of snow overnight.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
I've never experienced anything like that. The coldest I've ever been in was like an industrial freezer in a hospitality, like the storeroom next to the kitchen. That was -20 or something. I remember like your nostrils, anything you have just freezes as you walk in. So.
Yeah, they stop school here when it gets that cold in like a January, February timeframe because the kids get frostbite, so they can't have them out there waiting for school buses and so on.
Yep.
So they actually suspend school, or if you get really heavy snow, in Florida, a dusting of snow will shut down Florida. In Michigan, it takes at least 6 to 8 inches to shut the place down.
Mm-hmm.
So we're so used to it, yeah.
Yeah, I know you're really busy working on your videos and everything 7 days a week, so I randomly send you an invite every so often. And I know whenever possible you try to drop in. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no worries. Thanks for the invite. It's good to join when I can.
Yeah, I sent one to Sam. He says he might drop in. I said, hey, Michael's going to be on. So,
Oh, that'd be Battle Royale on screen.
or Michael might be on. Yeah, but here's a model I did recently. Sculptor friend of mine done this from scratch. And when I sent him some pictures of me that he based it off of, I forgot to shave my head. And he has razor stubble in it, which is not a big deal, but I didn't realize to tell him that I'm usually bald. And but there I got it done, as you can see there. It's painted pretty good. I painted the base in a candy color, and I've never painted candy before, and I forgot. I done a high gloss black over the gray primer, and I forgot to chrome it. You have to paint chrome first before you put the candy color goes over the chrome, and I forgot to chrome it. But I want to cut and slice it in loop band, and I'm going to reprint that in resin. So, and ladies and gentlemen, we got Tim DeWitt 3D.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
His phones are ringing
He's got
away.
his own intro music and all. Look at that.
Yeah, I got my own intro music. I was going to mute myself for 1 second. Hang on.
Yeah.
All right. So what's new, Michael? What have you been working on?
That's his spring season.
What have I been doing? I'm still on the tail end of moving house, to be honest. It's only the last week or two where I've started to get back into a normal workflow, and I could start working on multiple videos at once. Mm-hmm. So my list of videos is always really long. It's just a matter of working through them. I'm going to be trying out CAN bus for Clipper, which I've wanted to do for a while, so I finally ordered one of them. I designed this mechanics light literally 20 years ago back at university, and then I realized I could make it, so I'm going to make it. It's like simple, but should be really handy. It's got like a tripod base with strung magnets in the feet, and the idea is you clip it on the underside of the bonnet, and then there's a gooseneck light, and you can twist it down into the engine bay to see what you're doing. Whereas normally you balance lights on top, and as soon as you lean over, like you block them with your shoulder, or you put a torch underneath your chin, things like that. So I've got the magnets and the gooseneck and everything. So I found the CAD design from SolidWorks from 20 years ago. So I'll probably remodel it, but I'm looking forward to doing that. I got a filament extruder before I moved house. I need to come back to that and finish it because I've been collecting PLA to recycle for a couple of years now and shredding it. So finally have something to do with that.
How are you liking the Bamboo Labs?
Yeah, good. I did some more printing on that yesterday. I'm using it for anything that would warp, basically. So like ABS, ASA, etc. nylons. It was on loan for a little while to 3D printers online in Australia. They took it to an expo. And then I've just got it back a week or so ago, and picked up where it left off.
Would that be in your top 5 printers? If you had to pick 5 printers, so let's make it kind of broad. You think that would fit in there?
I'd say so because I only keep not much more than that. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 across the back, and then the Mini and a few other ones around here. So the fact that I kept it says a lot about what I think about it, because most printers that I review, I've got too many, so I give them away to schools and friends.
Yeah, because even for your own printing, you can only use so many printers. You jump around occasionally, but most of them collect dust.
Yep.
I've been watching on the Toys for Tots printing, the Twitch stream charity makers. I've been watching the guys. Some guys are there with the Bamboo Labs. Man, that thing can rock. That can move so fast. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, it's breakneck speed. Like, stuff that would take me 16 hours would be done in that on 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. I don't have one, but I've never sent one for review. But yeah, it's a really good fast printer. I'd say the Voron could probably equal its speed, though. I would say.
Yeah, a couple of my Core XYs are the same for speed, but the fact that it's enclosed, I prefer to use it for ABS. Yeah. Anything that'll warp.
Yeah, agreed. Oh, actually, to everybody here and anyone listening, who knows anyone who does modeling and make and design? You all know that I've been doing Toys for Tots for some time, right?
3D mechanics.
But I need someone who's willing to come up with a design of toys for Toys for Tots.
Oh, interesting.
To add new toys to our array and donate the design to us for printing for next year, not for this year.
I think Fix and Do does that. I mean, any designer could, but it's a matter of if they have time because they're
Yeah.
designing their own models that they sell. So
Yeah, I just say if anybody out there, I was going to reach out to the guys on MakerDeck as well to ask those guys out there if anyone's interested, and I'll do it on my own channel. But if people have the time and have the inclination to come up with designs, now they won't all get through, but they have to be easy to print, non-supported prints ideally, right? Preferably, and I'll send it, and then I'll print samples of them here, show them to the guys at IC3D, and we'll come up with a. I know. Yeah, when I get money, when I get $1,000, I'll buy a Bamboo Labs. But I want to try and see if we can add new toys to the mix for next year. We like the train is a beautiful print. The small cars are a really nice print as well.
yeah,
But some of the other ones they're static, and if we can mix it up a little bit with some nice new designs, I think it'd be a good thing to do. So I'm going to try and get a few people to. If I can get some designers, I'm not much of a CAD person. I can make something if I need to make something, but when it goes, I need to have an application to make it to fit an application. I'm not creative like that for doing toys and stuff, but there are lots of people out there who are.
Go ahead, Tim. You want to say something? He's having trouble jumping in.
Yeah, I was going to say, reach out to that guy. I don't remember his exact name. I think he's Korean. He prints a lot. He designs a lot of print and place models that you snap together.
365.
No, it's a different one. This guy is a different one. His name is something Wu. Anyways, I'll find it for you. And he, do you know who I mean, Michael?
I think so. I think he has his models on Fab 365. It's like Goo 3D Design, something like that.
Yes,
I
something
think he
like
is
that.
Fab 365 though.
Yeah, Goo is Fab. That's his name.
Is he?
Goosag One or something like that.
Yeah.
He's
Anyways, reach out to him, explain to him what you're doing, and he may actually come up with a couple designs and donate them to you.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for because I'd like to mix it up a little bit for next year and trying to add some more. I already told the guys at IC3D I want to do this, and they're all in favor of it to add new models. Joe, 3D printing professor, which I believe all of you know Joe.
Yeah.
He does the low poly stuff every year. Like he added new ones, dinosaurs this year. But we have a few others, but I'd like to try and add a bit more selection in there for all people of all age, for various age groups, and whether they're boys or girls or whatever. A big mixture would be nice.
Yeah,
I'd be willing to model something and make like a video for my CAD series. And the other thing that's coming to mind is maybe it's worth contacting Prusa and they can make it one of their design competitions. And then they'll give away filament or something like that, and you'll have heaps of designs to choose from.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. We've got the real Sam Prentice in the back room. Hey, Sam.
Yeah, keep him between those two. Keep them apart.
I'm good. I'm very good. I have been watching for a little while, actually. So, it's hi, Mike. How you doing?
Good, mate. How's
you? Things?
Yeah,
I'm amazing, mate, actually. And I will just say, because was it a couple of weeks ago? I think it was 2 weeks ago, wasn't it? I came on, these guys hadn't seen the video at that point. So I was like, you've got to watch this video. And I sent it out to a few people. And then I've got pictures back of people's parents watching it on an iPad. And the funny thing is when I saw it, when you open YouTube, I was like, I can't believe it. He's done it. And he didn't speak to me about it because when we originally spoke about it, it was kind of, we want to do something together. And I was like, okay, cool. And I was like, the bugger's done it without me. Literally that. I was like, oh, right. So I was like, hang on a minute. Then I was like, I clocked. And I was like, oh my God. Wow. Okay. Brilliant. But I meant to send you an email.
Sam, you're just sour because it's official now. Because you're part of a vacuum cleaner, it's official. You suck.
No, touche. It was very, very good, actually. Very, very funny. Very funny. The people at work, where I work, have got a lot of laughs out of that as well. So,
did you print one?
No, I haven't. Like I said, I haven't reached out to Michael about it or anything. So
Dyson's gonna make a copy.
So he can print it.
Hello.
Oh my God! Look at the state of that.
Does Dyson do a copy of it?
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's just that image of the robotic imagery of me, where I look like a 60-year-old haggard man. I was thinking, I've got to sort this out, man. I've got, if that's how I look, I've really got to sort myself out. So no, but really funny, really, really funny. But don't worry, Michael. Somewhere sometime I'll be coming for you. Don't worry about it.
I was hoping
Happening.
for a major escalation.
Don't worry. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? If I come in too hard, you'd expect it. So, you're a
lot better at this stuff than me, so I'm quite excited to see where you take it.
Well, exactly. Well, I did send an email to Dan at Slice Engineering because I'm out to Form Next on Tuesday and Wednesday, and Dan said, "Have you met him?" And I was like, "No." And so there's a conversation to be had there, I think, with Dan, because I don't know if you've met Dan, but you've obviously had conversations with him. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. He was almost like he had an inkling on something. So I was like, okay. So we'll see what happens. So yeah, it's all good. How's everybody doing though?
Excellent.
Good.
Great.
You might be picking the wrong fight. He plays rugby, Sam, so I wouldn't.
I think we should have virtual cannons. So basically, we sit here and point the cannon on the screen somewhere, and then it shoots like a virtual
That's what
ball,
you want. You
know?
want a Twitch-operated cannon, and you can fire Nerf guns at each other over stream.
Yeah.
Because Michael's a tall dude as well. You're really tall, aren't you?
6'1".
Yeah. But I didn't expect that from your videos because obviously you always sat down like me. But yeah, I'm
a very high bench, so I probably look about a foot shorter than I am.
Michael, in your videos, are you standing or sitting? So I thought you were standing.
Sitting. No, I'm sitting.
Oh, you are. Okay.
If I stand up, the bench has got casters on the bottom, so the bench is like standing height to work on. It's just just below here. Like it's like an office bench would be. Yeah, maybe a good 30 centimeters a foot below this.
Built over, you have to be on Twitch to do the bang enter, so you have to be on join.
No, YouTube or Twitch.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, because Stream.
Oh, you're using StreamYard selection. Okay.
Stream Elements.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, giveaway.
Oh, I see. Yeah, all this newfangled technology. I'm way away from all this stuff. This is crazy stuff. So if I was to ask you a question I know you cannot answer, are you talking to Bamboo at the moment?
Yep.
Okay, that's all I'm saying.
I talked to Bamboo a couple times after everybody done their videos, like, sorry, we don't have any more units to send out. So okay.
They don't have the X1 carbon. No, they don't have the X1 carbon.
Yeah, I wish they were coming out with something
that ship has sailed. That ship has sailed.
Are they working on a bigger one, slightly bigger?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
And I wouldn't be able to tell you if I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they do need to go slightly larger volume, even though that's a nice size for small parts. A larger volume would be really appreciated in the industry. I think there's more and more larger volume prints coming out, and people don't want to slice up parts as much.
At least 300 by 300.
Yeah, I would say 300 or a 350 was probably what you want to go with.
It'll be called the XL1.
There you go. Named and shamed already, look.
No, I think that's needed.
There's a lot of rumors. There are a lot of rumors that I've heard. And when I mentioned that to my contact, they sort of laughed. And she said, yeah, I've heard those rumors as well. And I was like, okay, cool. So we should see.
We're not telling you anything until that.
We've got the baby belt designer printer dude in the back room, Rob Mink. Rob Mink, baby belt. Hello.
Hey, Rob. Hey. Nice to be here with all you guys.
Sam and Michael, have you ever seen a baby belt printer? It'll fit in a filament box. It's about that big.
I might have seen one at Mirth.
I was at Mirth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I can go get one.
We'd love to see it.
Alrighty. Thanks, guys.
And so, Build-Over, you said you wanted to do a design of a toy. If you come up with one, send it on to me. I'll do a test print here, and we'll submit it.
I think I saw that one at Mirth, right?
Yes, this one was at Mirth. Oh, this one wasn't at Mirth, but it was at Earth. But this model, an older version of this model, was at Mirth.
Okay. Well, I would have seen both then because I was at both shows.
Yep. So
good stuff.
That's the new version 10.
Yep. It's got a
nice.
Thank you. You have to put like a disclaimer on it. Baby belt printer. It doesn't produce real babies.
So yeah. So I have to apologize. I have a bird and he hates it when I stream. So
Oh yeah.
What bird do you have?
I have an African gray parrot.
Oh, amazing. That's
Yeah.
cool.
So
Michael, have you got any birds?
No birds. Oh, actually, no, I do. I've got 3 chickens and a duck.
Okay.
Oh
okay.
wow.
We've got a
The
mini
delicious,
farm.
weren't
With
they?
when I did the miniature goat video, someone commented, "In a year from now, you're going to have a delicious goat roast." I'm like, okay.
Wow.
I did a good project this week with them. They've become a bit diva-ish, so sometimes they just want to bleat in for attention. So I've set up. I can show you. It's connected to the internet. I've got a little box with a battery and a solar panel out there, and then I've set up some internet-connected sprinklers. So when they bleat, I can look out the window and quickly blast the sprinkler to scare them when they start carrying on. So I've got 3 along the fence to cover the whole yard. And then they found a blind spot right against the fence where they could hide standing on top of a wind-up hose reel. So I got this little screw-in fitting that's got 90 degrees at that, and problem solved.
Are you streaming any of this torture or?
No, I'll do a video later on because I want to add, because it's hard at the moment. Like when you have too many pets, it's hard to go on holidays because you need someone to feed them. So I'll probably add some automated feeding and filling up their water. And when I do that is when I'll make a video.
Oh, amazing. That sounds really good. Sounds really good.
Bleed. Sometimes like they'll start bleeding before 6 a.m. and we don't want to annoy the neighbors. So we had on a Sunday morning a few weeks ago, I had to get up at 6 a.m. for their morning bottle feed because they're still quite young. But now I just look out the window and press a button on my phone and problem solved. Like it doesn't hurt them. Like they just don't like getting wet. So a little bit of water, they run away.
Well, my project that I have ongoing is a camera watching and imaging the night sky all night long.
Oh, cool.
So
I thought you were going to say for a second then that you've set up the robotic Sam Hoover out there, and it swears in sort of British slang at them to tell them to be quiet or something. I thought that was perhaps what you were going to go with.
That's next year's model.
Yeah.
No, let me show you. I'll go back out here to me. I'll go to live view. Oh, so, okay. So let me go into over here. So I'll share one moment.
Okay.
I've been running this. It looks for meters, and you'll actually the one I'm going to show you, which is actually from 2 nights ago because it was cloudy last night. You will actually see flips of light on the image, and that's actually capturing meters as they come into the atmosphere.
Oh, wow.
So there you go, Jerry. So this is like it stores a whole lot of images and so on throughout the night, and so it takes a whole series of images, and then in the morning it compiles those into time-lapse video. So if you look at this video, let me hit play. You'll see blips of light. Even long streaks are planes, but quick blips. You see these quick blips are appearing? Not the long streaks, but the very short ones. They're actually meteors entering our atmosphere.
Oh, wow.
That's really cool.
We've all got Beagle cams.
So this
Question,
is
Liam.
This watches in images from sunset to sunrise.
Can you see when I was looking into what's the internet, satellite internet, the low orbit one?
Which one?
The
Starlink?
SpaceX one. Yeah.
Yeah, if they pass over, you can see them. Yeah.
Okay.
See, that's right over there. That's Jupiter right there.
Yeah. People were complaining about that ruining astronomy. So, as an astronomer,
not for this. No. Because, okay. It's people say a lot, right? And does it scientifically? It can affect some scientific data, right? But for people like me who does astrophotography and imaging like that, not really, because our processing software will average the brightness of a pixel over the space of all of our images. And if something shows up in a pixel as a bright spot that is not in the other images, I will exclude it because it's an anomaly, and it'll deem it like a hot pixel type of scenario.
Yeah.
So in general, we can, as for astrophotographers like myself and so on, we can take it out. People who are doing spectroscopy data, that can interfere with it when you're gathering spectroscopy data, because if the light hits it, and if you're adding light to a data set that they're collecting, and it changes the data set a little bit. But you also remember, if you had a telescope in the North Pole or in the South or or whatever, right, where it always gets 6 months of daylight or so, right? During that time, any satellite passes over will get sunlight no matter what in that area. But in most of the central latitudes, they enter the Earth's shadow, and once they enter the Earth's shadow, they go black. They disappear. It's only they only see the white dot because the sunlight's reflecting off it. Because Earth is a sphere, and they're orbiting the sphere, and as it goes so far, eventually, if the sun is here, the shadow blocks it, and they don't get light, so they don't reflect any light down to us. So they're no longer a white spot in the sky. So any satellite that orbits Earth will interfere with it. There's a lot more of them, but there is technology to try to exclude them, and they're not like they're everywhere. Like they only appear sometimes, right? Over the space of a night, you'd get a few hits, but with software, you can exclude it. So I'd say the only ones that really are possibly interfere with maybe radio telescopes, and because they're emitting radio waves, right? They're sending out signals as radio waves. And which they can block and they can exclude out of their data set. And the other one would be anyone where they're doing spectra, whereas because it is adding light to the data they're collecting. But again, they're probably a lot of them are going to be they can exclude that, or they can time that and cut that data set out of it. So there are ways to exclude out of most stuff, I would say. The initial chain when they launch and they're moving through our orbit. You see this ring of pearls going across the sky. They're harder to eliminate because there's so many of them. But once they're in orbit, once they reach their planned orbit, they're less of a problem in most cases. We've done some testing in our astronomy club. A lot of our imagers have gotten together and we've collected data and we have validated that one, we can take them out, and two, in certain times of the year, it only interferes with certain latitudes. So most of the time, it's not a problem.
Sounds like you got it handled.
It's actually a base steroid. But okay. If you want to get technical about it, not fine. So yeah, so there are ways to take it out. And imagers like myself, like it's easy enough. Or like I use a software called PixInsight to process my images. And when I'm doing that, like PixInsight will actually notice an anomaly and will average it out over the space of, let's say, 100 images. And actually, when it will actually dissipate it to virtually nothing, and it won't even show up anymore. So we have the ability to do that. Hey, Mylan.
Oh,
sorry, I keep pronouncing your name.
We have the technology.
Yes,
I had to change the giveaway tool because I forgot I'm streaming on YouTube, so I've got StreamYard set up. It's going to be bang free in chat for chance to win a roll of Filament USA only. And let me run the banner.
Like you see this image, this one over my head here, the Andromeda Galaxy. That was a 15-minute exposure.
Hey, 3D print newbie.
And there's no satellites in that.
Hey, Milan.
This one here was 30 hours.
So your camera is moving to track it, or you just crop it as it moves in software?
Your mount does the tracking. So and like when I say like 15 minutes is a fairly long exposure for astrophotography. 30 hours would be you select data over many days or weeks or months. You collect data, and the more data you get, the less noise you have in the image, and the more detail you get in the image. So I know guys who image something for 3 years before they have enough data before the image.
Michael, in your intro video, I forgot, but you did it years ago. There's a great big giant gun shooting straight up in Australia. What's that gun?
That was like a CO2 carbon dioxide canister, which we used to use in the F1 in schools cars. That's like the world's biggest STEM competition I used to do as a teacher. And I had like a STEM after school group. So we set up a cannon with those. So it was just like irrigation pipe with like 2 wheels at the bottom, and we could aim it and pull it. And I think we had some sort of spring-loaded puncturing system, and off they went.
Okay. It looked like something out of the military in the picture. So a rainmaker or something.
Yeah, it was pretty crude design, but it was fun. We tried to do some trajectory maths and whatever else to track it. But the trouble was, I think we were firing the canister by itself, and the nose wasn't the heaviest point, so it would spin around rather than, keeping true. So they didn't go as far. I think we got about 50, 60 meters at the furthest, but we probably should have got more if we had designed it better.
Cool.
Yeah. You have to get it halfway around the world for it to come back to you.
So, Michael, I've got a question. FL Sun, Sonic Pad thing, Creality Sonic Pad thing. Where are you at with that? What's your thoughts on it? Just buy a pie?
I haven't tested one. I saw some of your video on it when I was stealing images of your face for unknown reasons. I watched some of that. So so it's pretty much like a plug and play clipper solution from what I could tell.
Well, here's the thing. Creality have done the dirty on everybody, as they always do. And by that, I mean that they put some back end stuff into it, so you can't directly SSH into it. There's a lot of kind of changes that they've made in order to not make it generic. However, FL Sun haven't. Sorry.
Didn't they recently announce that they've actually given you the password so you can SSH?
Yeah, but they've still locked it down. They're like, you can have the password, but we're still going to lock it down. So they did a software upgrade, and then they carried on locking things down. So you can do certain things with it. And actually, if you've just got so Creality sent me an Ender 3 S1 Pro thing, and actually, it's a pretty good printer. Does it need clipper? Probably not. Does it make it any better? Marginally. It all depends on what you want, really. But what I kind of like about it, and both of these pads are kind of the same in that respect. Although, like I say, Creality's got this lockdown element. The FL Sun thing there was a bit of like VNC kind of sniffer software in it, so they could access the pad and stuff like that, which was a bit dicey. But you can load vanilla clipper onto it. Okay, so. The FL Sun thing is kind of better for someone that wants to use clipper on a pad, but the Sonic Pad thing. I mean, Creality are just trying to protect themselves. So they're just trying to get their printers out there first, which they're a business. Of course, they're going to do that first.
Let me interrupt real quick. We've got the Zolan popping in, everybody. Sorry, Sam. Go ahead.
Sorry, mate.
Hey, Zolan. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, Zolan.
Yeah. And the other thing that's really, really funny to watch, well, it's not funny, it's actually kind of crap, but people that don't get clipper, and I'm only learning through videos that you've done and discussions we've had and, trial and error and stuff. But, people like Nero were plugging in the FL Sun pads, and of course it's not configured for that printer, so the hot end all of a sudden does thermal runaway but doesn't shut down. So things like that, where people kind of assume that they're going to know what they're doing, or have a go kind of users, I guess. It's quite dangerous for those people. And then of course you get that initial frustration as to why is this not working. Then you get this blame culture that actually this company's now done me dirty. But they don't necessarily understand the fundamentals of what really clipper is. And Modbot said it in a video. I was listening to a Modbot stream, and I was like, he really hit the nail on the head when he said he doesn't feel that everybody should have access to files like the printer.cfg file, because the changes that you can make inside of that, some users probably should not have any access to that kind of stuff. People that are maybe schools, education backgrounds, the people that want to just have a go at something and then just end up wrecking everything. There's not enough. Creality and FL Sun really cannot offer enough support behind that, which then is when it comes back to end users and people on the internet trying to help other people out, which kind of sucks because there's no easy way of kind of making that work. And of course, Clipper is not as easy as Marlin, as in usability, not programming. So it's like I say, it's unraveling at the moment, and I'm seeing a lot of stress and a lot of frustrations online, a lot of questions on YouTube and stuff from people as well that are frustrated with things. But when does the madness all end? And you can only do so much. I could say, well, I could start making videos on this or start making videos on that, and then I see someone going, well, how do I load filament? And I'm going, right, okay, do we need to start again? It's quite a hot topic at the moment, and Clipper's always been a relatively hot topic for me, with Rat Rig and Voron's up building and stuff now. So for them to come up with a pad, it was kind of a good idea. And then we saw the Hurricane from BQ, which is okay, but they're bed slingers. And really, in my opinion, if you're not using a Delta or a Core XY, with Clipper, I don't think you're really going to see the overall benefits of it all.
Let's talk to Zolan. Hey, Zolan, how you been? I know you got COVID again, right? And how's the dog show go and everything else?
Yeah, on my third infection of COVID. Yay!
No.
No.
I believe I picked it up at work. Almost done with it. Otherwise, it's been hectic. That's about the best way to put it. I did a 2-hour stream where I went off on about what is going on.
Okay.
But right now, I'm still working on my radio in a box. I've got the Titan gaming printer that I won from the longer K1. Trying to get my Cam 1 GS24 vinyl cutter working again. I just got all kinds of projects going on at once.
And you used to be a fox.
No, Red Panda.
Red Panda. Sorry, I do apologize.
Yes.
I do apologize.
And I actually need to get that stuff all set back up. I'm on my newish laptop right now because, as I said, things are really hectic.
Okay.
Dog show wise, you kind of saw it when I was panning around the camera on accident, but we have a really big ribbon behind me.
Nice.
Good work.
And so our biggest boy got an award of merit for basically got fourth in the whole overall breed out of almost 600 dogs.
Wow, that's great.
Nice.
What breed of dogs do you have?
Samoyed.
Okay, I don't know enough. I don't know what breed that is. I've got to look it up.
Actually, here, big white fluffy dogs that are, they're from northern Siberia. They're a utility
teddy
dog.
bears.
They are
They're
very wily and conniving.
And they cost as much as a panda.
They're only 4,500 right now. We have 2 puppies in the house right now, actually.
Get the puppies
Hey,
out.
zombie.
Hey, zombie, how you doing?
He's not in the house though. He's in
We
his
want to see
workshop.
the puppies.
I'm not in the house.
Dusty
Ah,
Knuckler, I'm confused. Bang is exclamation mark, hashtag is hashtag. I wasn't thinking correctly when I said that, and then I typed it to you. So, yeah, I'm kind of losing it.
Share
And
screen.
I do that a lot in my videos. I'll say something, and then I rewatch a video when I edit it. It's like, why did I say that? So I tend to put comments on the screens, etc.
Here you go, Jerry.
All right.
That's a Samoyed.
oh wow.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, and that's one of the other ribbons that we got.
Nice.
Nice.
In fact, that's the one who won the big one that's behind me.
hey, John
Awesome.
Strand. Hello, how are you?
So I have a question for the group, if it's all right. I
Sure.
think that Clipper is becoming slightly less useful than it used to be, continuing that conversation we were having. Because it came out during 8-bit days when Deltas and Core XYs were new, not new, but were pushing the envelope. And I don't feel that Clipper has fun features and stuff like that, but a well set up Marlin machine, especially for a production unit, I think is just as good.
I know.
Well, there are some functions in Clipper that Marlin doesn't have.
That's
But
true.
Marlin is getting there.
Yet.
Like resonance compensation and so on. Marlin does not have that yet, but it is on the roadmap. It's coming very soon. I believe it's planned within the next 6 months or so. I know they're working on it.
And as long as you're not Creality and don't see, the Creality made a real mistake with that because they were talking about input shaping but didn't understand input shaping. So they were like, we're just going to measure it off of one axis. And I was just like, that's not going to work. So I outed them on a live stream, which, they said, write me the questions. I wrote them the questions. They gave me all the answers. So they had it prepped. And when I asked them, they were like, no, it's fine just in one direction. I was like, it's not. It's just not. It's not going to work.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Zach popping in. Hey, Zach, how are you?
Zach.
Hey, Zach.
He's another bamboo labs person. He's got a bamboo.
Mink spoke bad of Clipper, so now we got Zach here.
I can't hear anything. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
I didn't
We
speak
can hear
bad
you.
of Clipper.
I agree with you, Curmudgeon. Marlin does need to be compiled, whereas Clipper, once it's set up, you just modify the printer config file or whatever config file you need, and you're done. Like your macro config or whatever it is. So that does make life easier. I agree. And there is talks of a config file like that being introduced to Marlin as well, where it can be, you can modify a parameter file, and that can be, when you reboot it, it loads the parameter file rather than having to go in and recompile it every time. So they are working on that as well as we speak in Maryland. So it's coming.
Jump in, Zolan. Go ahead.
Another bonus though of Marlin over Clipper though is for the people who are new to 3D printing.
Totally.
Because Clipper's really good if you're one who likes to tinker and likes to get your hands into the meat of it, because you can quickly do it. Whereas Marlin, they pull the printer out of the box, they plug it in, they print.
Well, this was where the Sonic pads and so on come into play. And I know about not giving people access to them, and I agree with you. There's no reason why there can't be an idiot button on something like the Sonic pad. Excuse the terminology, but there can't be an idiot button. Whereas you can do it like Marlin. It's very easy to use. You choose the option, say print, PLA, go, and it goes to printer, right? So there's no reason why that can't be done and lock down the back end, and then have the access to the back end for people who want to play and have that additional functionality. So I think.
Sure, but the thing is, the original part, release for Clipper was for advanced users mainly. Yes. It's not just for kind of anybody. It's you've got to the funny thing is, and I don't get me wrong, when I was new to Clipper and I was messaging Michael and saying, look, how do I do this and how do I do it? And actually, it was kind of basic questions really, but if you can read and you can go onto their website, it does tell you everything there. Or look at one of Michael's videos or any of the other collaborators that are out there. There is an absolute ton. What happened to the FL Sun pad? I haven't seen it talked about much. Yeah, I mean, see, this is part of the problem. A lot of the places in China are in lockdown at the moment. So actually physically getting product out has been a real issue. Don't start coughing now, Zolan. We know we got it.
Don't infect us, please.
So FL Sun, what you got to remember at FL Sun, they are a really, really small company. Yeah, there aren't a huge amount of people in that. So they are currently in lockdown. That everybody is kind of trying to work from home if they've got internet access. So they've got some real strong issues at the moment, and that's just global shipping. That's actually somebody getting someone to the factory to put the printers together and then to ship them physically has been an issue. That's not an excuse. I run a business. I understand how difficult things can be, but I'm not in a global shipping thing in China where I'm in lockdown. So I see people that are kicking off left, right, and center, and it's kind of like it's cringe-worthy stuff. And then, of course, they get their printer, and then they don't know how to work Clipper. So what they should be doing in this downtime where they haven't got a printer, they should be watching more videos and probably educating themselves. And I hate to say it like that, but the education element needs to happen. If you think, all right, the FL Sun on the V400 is pretty foolproof. It will run quick. It will, you can load the stuff up. There are no real issues with that. But when you then start trying to go, I tell you what, I'll plug another 3 printers into this sucker and see what happens, and things start going slow, or the CPU gets ramped up, or configuration files are all over the place, and you're messing around with ports. You're actually doing stuff more things over IP. And you've got to get your head around that. You've got to know what you're doing. And that tech-savvy kind of background is where it's at. But I can see what they've tried to do. You can't get hold of a Raspberry Pi unless you're paying 4 or 5 times the odds. There is a chip issue. There's a shipping issue. So they've tried to get a product out there.
$60.
So, I get that. I get that. But people don't want that. People want a nice, snazzy little screen and everything to be built into it. But I tell you what, I'll be very surprised if anyone's going to buy an Ender 3 S1 Pro, which is retail of $439 plus, and spending another $169 on a Sonic pad. You will be mad to spend money on that.
If they want to go if they want to include Clipper, they need to build a pad into the printer. And but I said, I agree with you.
So for $200 more, you can get a
you need to be advanced. But if you want the idiot proof, the idiot button, which Marlin can be pretty idiot proof in most cases, right? Let's be honest, because you don't have to recompile anything. It should have they should make it user friendly UI, and then the back end open it up for people who want to tinker, like modify the printers, do upgrades, and so on.
Here's the thing: there's a market. There's a market because they sold 2,000 of them. Okay, this is reality. They sold 2,000 of them on the get-go. FL Sun also sold the same amount of pads at the same sort of time. So there is a market out there for it.
Yes.
Who are buying these things? I don't know. But and then of course, then in the midst of it all, you then get the Hurricane from BQ coming out, which was a bit of a surprise swipe printer. I don't know if anybody else got hold of that thing.
DB3D Dan's got one, and it just broke it last night.
What did he do? How did he break it?
He had a little bit of curling, and he didn't think much of it, and went to bed, and the filament wrapped up around the hot end, and it literally yanked the thermistor out of the hot end.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got another man popping in. We've got Zombie Hedgehog. Hey, Zombie, how you doing?
Hey, Zombie.
How's it going?
Hey.
Thank you, veterans. Everybody out there, yesterday was Veterans Day. Thank you very much for your service. Mylan, I know you're in chat. I was just reminded in chat. Thank you very much for your service and all that you guys do that are all veterans. I appreciate it. We all appreciate it.
Now, on the plus side of that, DB3D Dan has now confirmed that, yes, it does have thermal runaway.
One way to find out.
Really
yes, I mean the Hurricane's an interesting thing, and again, even Denise, she messaged me and said, I've just put some IPA on the bed. The whole bed basically smudged under the IPA. Then BQ is saying that it shouldn't, you shouldn't be putting anything on there. You shouldn't need to clean it. I think they mean you shouldn't need to clean it with IPA. The cable on the back of mine, the thermistor cable actually physically had a break in it, so I was getting kind of spikes and then it just died, so they're sending me a new bed out. But they've also then sent me the endoscope, the 5-inch HDMI thing, and what else was it? And a direct drive system for it as well. So I do like Big Tree Tech. I like what they're about. I like what they're trying to do. And they've got, their manta boards and stuff like that. Essentially, that's what's inside of this. I like what they're trying to do, and I like that they've put it into a bed slinger. But, we as consumers, we know what our marketplace is because we want to consume and buy certain printers, Bamboo or whatever. But I don't think really anybody saw the Bamboo coming. So all of a sudden, it's kind of like, for a couple more $100, you can buy a Bamboo. Yeah, and does that solve all your problems though? Maybe. I don't know. They seem to have done a load of testing on that. So I mean, it's certainly one of those.
But have they open sourced their stuff like they said they were going to?
Yes.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's some issues there, right?
Hey, Kenny Briggs, how are you?
Open source has been released, as far as we know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Zombie, what's going on? What's new with you, buddy? You haven't got to speak yet.
I just chime in. I think BQ makes a really good. A Big Tree Tech BQ makes really good hardware. I'm half in contact with them with some stuff, but I really feel like their printer kind of missed the point of installing Clipper on something. I still want to check it out, and I want to look at the upgrade potentials of it, because any printer that's mainstream needs content on upgrading and at least figuring out how to do stuff and modding it. But I really feel like they could do a lot more with printers, and I'm excited to see what they do in the future, because it's a great start. Same thing with Bamboo, same thing with Anchor. It's a great start, starting to get more automated printers.
Is this their first printer?
No.
Okay,
I backed the BX, and I don't know if you could make me big for a second, Jerry. I hate to say it as crudely as that. It is a family show after all. But this is the back, right? So this is the back panel, and this is the best thing that you'll never see unless you're tinkering with it, and that is a schematic diagram of the motherboard inside it. Like nice. It's so good. Why do all the printers not have this? I mean, they've taken some time to make this up.
Is that split screened, or is it a
German printer would have that?
It's printed. It's white printed the same as they printed the bed as well.
Yeah. So what's really interesting about the BX is that they have their own SKR board that's specifically for this printer. Like it's an SKR SEBX. It's a 5-driver. It's really nice. And like this printer was really solid for what it was. If they would have taken this thing and just plopped on Clipper, that would have been good. But instead they went and redesigned an entirely new chassis, a new thing, and like they had a good platform. What's that?
I'm sorry. I'm a music geek. What controller is that?
Oh, this is a Arturia Minilab 3.
Okay.
You got the King Room going on in there as well?
Yes. So I'm interested in King Room right now because they're doing more. Speaking of motion systems, the reason why I don't like the BQ
Hey, Liz.
printers is because they run B wheels.
Hey, Liz.
Yeah, well, that's the funny thing, and I was saying this to there's a developer called Luke that has some sort of dealings with BQ, and he does a lot of the kind of testing and firmware stuff. He's in Australia, actually, I think, as well. And I spoke to him about a couple of bits, and he was saying he doesn't think that linear rails would have done much good for that. I have a difference of opinion on that, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a completely different story. I don't know.
Okay.
Like with the King Rune, the fact that they install rails on the fast-moving axes, this thing can run Clipper out of the box with like 10K acceleration, 300 millimeters a second. Like that can be done out of the box. It's insane because it's constrained via linear rails instead of V wheels. So they won't wear out as fast, and a whole discussion around it. But I want to see more of this and less of the same cheap V-wheel systems for fast printers.
Yeah.
Well, I
Printer
think
3 that runs really slow, it's perfectly fine.
I think the linear rails on a cantilever, I question the stability of it, because a cantilever you have with a dual Z on linear rails, hell yeah, go for it, because you have stability of the axis, right? On a cantilever, all that force has been out there, and it can wobble. It's only 20/20 extrusion, and a linear rail won't add that much rigidity to it because it's actually they're thin, right? So, can you run it at 300 millimeters? Yeah. Can you get good prints at 300 millimeters? Yeah, I question that one. Now, but again, with a dual Z, a proper H axis, then yes, it makes all the world of sense. Or if you had 20/20 on as a bed dropper, because it's supported on both sides, then it makes the world of sense using rails there because you have the stability of it.
If any of my friends out there want to drop my name to Bamboo Labs, if you might know them, that'd be really
Yeah,
awesome.
I already did. They went, no.
We know him. We know better.
I'm trying to get my hands on one myself.
How about any people? How about any companies who have IDEX?
Oh, well, like Snap Labs, Snap something.
Snap doesn't have IDEX, do they?
Snapmaker, the newest one is IDEX.
Yeah, the J1.
Oh, the new one's IDEX. I haven't seen that one.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm looking for one.
Wow.
I added to my I have an array of IDEX, so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, Matt, I'm going to let this out of the bag here, but in probably about 6 months, there might be a kit for a IDEX belt printer out there.
Ooh.
Nice.
Someone's printing trains.
Let me go around. Hold on a minute, Zach. Let me make Zombie big again. Okay, Zombie, what do you got? Let me show.
Yeah, speaking of what
Trophy
Liz
toys.
said in chat, this is my growing box of trains for Toys for Tots. US, but it's a really good charity. I'm excited to donate all of these. I have so much filament that's just sitting around. It makes sense to print it into kids' toys.
I don't have that problem anymore.
Were they parked in a bad neighborhood? The trains? They all have the wheels missing.
So this
Oh yeah, bad
was done
neighborhood
on the,
for sure.
the bamboo. You know, I can't understate just how insane the print quality is on this machine, especially for the price. You know, that's the thing is, you can get some really nice high-end full-featured machines, but once you get up past $400, you're anywhere in the range of what a bamboo costs. You've got to make that decision. Am I competing with this?
Mm-hmm.
Because this is, I mean, considering I made 3 of these multicolor in 24 hours, and the quality is just
That's banging, isn't it?
Yeah,
So is the general consensus then that everything else is dead and it's just bamboo?
Well, no, I won't say that because, you know, I got a $100 Ender 3 over there that's got a $100 hot end on it. You know,
No, bamboo is raising the standard. That's what it's doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I think
hopefully one of the things they really push forward is raising the standard in after-sales service and accountability. Because I think companies like Crucia have like not the only one, like maybe Lolspot as well. Have really been the only ones. Yeah, but I've like a couple of my patrons have Bamboo Lab and they've been happy. Like I've only heard positives back from them. availability for spare parts, things like that. Like they
Price
seem
of
to
spare
be
parts?
doing it right.
No
Yeah,
availability.
Lulzbot is amazing.
You know-
A buddy of mine has a couple of Lulzbot. He has the Taz 6 and the 6 and has 6 Pro and the workhorse, and like they've been fantastic to deal with. Like if you call them, you have an issue, they solve it on the spot. If they can't, then that day you get a tracking number for the replacement part. They're amazing to deal with.
So blow me back up for a second, Jerry. If you haven't looked at the cost,
He wants you to blow him, Jerry.
if you haven't looked at the cost of spare parts for the Bamboo,
They're insane. They're cheap.
this is the replacement front piece. You see, there's a blower fan. It's got ducts. There's its own PCB. It's all magnet held on.
I'm sure that's
I have a
happened
blob.
to somebody at some time in their life when they said blow, and it happened.
But so I had a blob that messed this up. This was $15 to replace.
Yeah.
Wow.
That
Wow.
is dirt cheap.
Yeah,
This
Yeah.
definitely.
this is a complete hot end fan, nozzle, and hot and cold side is what they call a nozzle.
12.
25, 30?
The heater and the thermistor is $35.
Wow.
Wow.
An entire replacement extruder is only like $30-something. Their parts are, that was one of the big things I heard a lot of people griping about was, oh, they're proprietary parts. They're proprietary parts. It's going to cost a fortune to get this stuff replaced. Or, what happens if it breaks down? And they don't. The parts availability has been there since the beginning, and the price.
They ship out of Texas, I believe, here in America too.
Yeah.
Oh heck, maybe I should just start driving south.
Yeah,
Nice. Yeah.
I'm struggling right now. There's a guy who lives relatively close to me that has one that he's wanting to sell just because he's traveling for work. And
Where in Texas?
He's taken MSRP for it, so like I could buy another one and have it in my hands next week for $1,500.
Wow.
My wife is in Austin right now. That's why I'm wondering where.
You can Google it. I'm not sure though. I got a new printer, guys. I've got a Uniformation GK2 I'm currently reviewing right there, the green one in the center. And
Nice.
I'm working on some video, the first video for that right now. I've done a little rearranging there. So I got the original Elegoo Mars, the Frozen Mighty 4K, the Uniformation GK2, Anycubic Photon Mono X, then a wash and cure station. So
Yeah, that's
Holy
a 8K 10.2-inch screen. All right, Jerry?
Zombie,
I
I'm printing
believe-
toys for tots too.
I think it's like a 10.1, 10.2. And then I had this sculpt done by a designer friend of mine. This was done from scratch. He gave it to me for a Christmas present. He doesn't normally do custom work like this, but he did for me. And here it is painted. And when I sent him a couple pictures of myself, I didn't shave, so I got razor stubble. But yeah, I think I done a pretty good job on it. The only thing I did wrong is that was a candy apple blue that you see on the base. I forgot to chrome the black paint. I forgot to chrome it first, so it didn't come out candy apple. But I'm gonna get on Luban. I'm gonna cut and key the head, and I'm gonna reprint that in resin also.
Are you gonna print your beard? Why you painted it gray? Why not have it in when you were younger looking?
It looks like I look now, kind of a grayish red. The only thing I didn't do about the paint is put age spots on my head. I don't need any age spots. And if people say, well, why you give it so dark? Well, when I worked construction for 30-something years, I was dark like I was Hispanic. My face is really dark. My arms are really dark. So that's why I gave it a darker complexion. That's how I usually normally look.
So you gave it your younger complexion, but your older facial hair.
Yeah, I guess.
And he actually gave it some infill in the head too.
I've had kind of a grayish white. I've had that for a really long time. A grayish white.
Yeah, but it's only 5% infill.
5% infill. Well, that's reasonable.
I thought it was 0% infill or 1%.
We all thought that Halloween was over.
Yeah.
All right, folks. I'm going to drop off. Thanks for having me. I'll let Liz in.
Thank you very much for joining. I really appreciate it.
Take care, Zombie.
See you guys later.
I got ahead as well, guys. My kids have been on a sleepover, which frees me up for this morning, but I got to go get them now.
Nice.
Well, thank you very much.
You can't leave
I'm
it
coming for you, Mike. I'm coming for you.
I'm looking forward to this. I can't wait. I once, when I was a teacher, I got in a back and forth set of pranks with another teacher, and he ended up freezing my car keys in a cup of water in the staff freezer. but like the electronics was above, and then the actual metal key bit was submerged in the water. That was great. I loved it. Like it was only a minor inconvenience. So I'm really looking forward to your creativity.
Before you leave, real quick,
you may regret saying that. You know that, don't you?
I have to thank you because your videos helped greatly when I got my first SKR boards. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for the kind words.
Michael is the first person I go to on YouTube if I want to know anything about anything. There's a lot of people I watch, but he's at the top of the list. He's number one on the list. So
thanks, Jerry.
Anyway,
all right.
You have an awesome day.
Thanks,
guys. I'll see you again sometime. Take care.
See you later.
So, Rob, you don't need a Bamboo X1 carbon with the AMS, do you?
Zach's asking because we don't live that too terribly far away, maybe about 4 hours away from each other at most.
I mean, if you were thinking about
too close,
this will save shipping cost and you don't have to wait on it. It's a Kickstarter unit that this guy got, and he's going to be driving through the area. So either you or I could meet him and actually take it from him brand new in the box.
That's very tempting. $1,500 is a big investment when I have.
Take care, John. Thanks for stopping by.
Especially to tell my wife when I have this.
Hey, John. Love you.
John. Take care, John.
Don't forget, John. I've got that endoscope for you.
I actually owe him video off the drone he gave me.
So
be well, John. Let me see how your baby belt goes.
If anybody else on Twitch watching would like to drop in, I've got a link there in chat. If I come in and hang out and talk to all of us about 3D printing hobbies. If I recognize you, I'll let you in. If I don't recognize you, I may not. That way I can kind of monitor what happens.
I won't be like Zombie, and I won't show a box of trains because I got too many to lift. So they wouldn't fit on camera. So I've only done 1,700 toys so far. So.
Liam, you've been doing Toys for Tots for a couple of years, and last year you done an awful lot. And this year, right after MakerDeck started up, then you started streaming 24/7 with charity makers doing strictly Toys for Tots. And then once Toys for Tots over, you're gonna do other charity-related things to keep the channel up, probably, right?
Yeah, but I'm going to do so the charity makers stream on Twitch is mostly Toys for Tots. Matt's in there doing his lithophane and so on, but I'm actually I was going to I was considering probably stopping it at one point, but right now because of the amount of toys that I've done so far in 6 months, I'm actually not going to stop printing. I'm going to keep printing for next year.
You asked Polymaker Nick quite a few times about filament for charity makers.
Actually, no. True Zombie Hedgehog actually. He's actually sending me filament now. So
okay, cool.
Because they have linked to a True MakerDeck, which is great. So he's going to send me some spools, but I will be. I'm not going to shut the stream. I'm not going to stop the stream. I'm going to.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me interrupt. We've got a Canadian in the background, and Sam Prentice. You met her. You know she is.
An additional Canadian.
Hez Liz. Hello.
Hello.
Hey Liz.
Hey Liz, how you doing?
So, I'm not going to shut it down. I'm going to keep going. I'm just going to keep it open and keep doing Toys for Tots. And anybody else, there's other makers out there like me who want to just keep printing Toys for Tots all year round. So we're going to do that, and that stream will be there for them and anybody else who does charity stuff. But this time, like during the middle to the end of each year, it'll be primarily Toys for Tots people on there.
Yep, everybody here, as always, as you know, you're welcome to self-promote all that you want. I don't care. It's allowed. Post your links in chat. Talk about it on camera. What's going on, Liz?
We can talk about our OnlyFans.
So, Liz, you can join Jerry's stream, but not mine.
I just happen to be free right now, so I happen to be free, so yeah.
Yeah, I tried to get her on a million times, and she was too busy, and then the camera didn't work, and one thing came up another. But yeah,
well,
I really appreciate
now
it.
I'm set up, so I'm all good.
Awesome.
It just depends. I got someone else to watch MakerDeck, so
I like your filaments in the background.
Yes, I've got mine.
You need to be printing more toys.
Well, I actually just got Dora just sent me a replacement Focus.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get I'm gonna have 2 printers set up and printing. I have a whole bag of Jeeps that I'm gonna send off to K2 and a whole bunch of Gators that I'm gonna send off. So yeah, so
Nice.
I'm keeping on keeping with.
So is K2 going to add them to his spreadsheet?
Yeah,
Other than
yeah,
this? Okay.
yeah. That's what we're doing. We're
Yeah.
just adding them to the spreadsheet. So speaking of
Yeah, I
K2, have you heard of the K2 clip?
I heard of the clip. I haven't printed it. I don't
So
have
here
time.
we go. Here we go. Here's the clip. As
Yeah.
you can see, there's the clip, and you slide it onto your filament very easily, and you just sort of slide it down until the end of your filament meets the end of the clip.
Oh yeah, you double clip it.
Yeah, and then so you can lock this down here.
Sorry.
You could lock it down here so it stays, but you don't have to. And then it's very easy. It can clip on any of the corners, but then it just goes right here.
Nice.
Easy,
Okay.
easy. There you go. So
yeah, I haven't printed any yet. I haven't had. I know you sent me the link to it.
Yeah.
I'm just buried in toys
well,
right now.
I don't think you're clipping your filament right now. You're just like
No, I run my
running it right
spools
through
dry and
all
then
the
I load
time.
another spool.
Yeah.
You got it for 2.85?
Nice.
I think you can play around with it, but yeah. So
You just scale it up a little bit, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I've
Where's
got a
the
gas
file for
full of
that,
those
Liz?
that don't work.
And I really like it in the I use the Poly Terra. And yellow is the best color because I think it looks good with every filament.
Yeah, I got some yellow.
So K2, post a link to it. Since you're on chat there, you post out the link or send it to Jerry, or if Liz, if you have it, post it in private chat and Jerry can share it.
Yeah, of course. Or in MakerDeck, you can always go bang
there
to
as
the
well,
chat. Yeah.
It's from K2, right?
Yeah, K2. I think.
Okay, let me mod
K2
him.
Kevin.
Where's the mod button?
Yeah, you can wait. Jerry's modding you, K2, and then you can send the link.
I got the Poly Light PLA from Polymaker, and that prints nice yellow, really nice. Or the lime green, this one right here. Oh, this one is, I think so far, this one is the best one printing so far. I mean, I mean, it comes out always perfect.
Okay, you're modded, K2.
Yeah, I like the. I've had a couple of spools of the Polymaker, and I have more on the way.
Papa Bear shared it also.
But
Did you hear? Did you hear what Polymaker's doing, Liam, with Toys for Tots?
Yes,
they're sending they're sending like an entire pallet of filament to Toys for Tots.
No. Do I see 3D?
Yeah, they're gonna send an entire pallet of I think the Amazon returns, and so there'll be even more filament. But yeah, through MakerDeck, we distributed over 100 spools of filament to our Toys for Tots maker. So
I saw that. Yeah,
and then they're going to be sending even more to people. So I think that's fantastic.
Yeah. So like
B stock. Sorry,
I go through about 5 spools a week, roughly. And that's only the PLA. I also do PET-G, but whenever I get the IC3D PET-G, and that's 2.5 spools, and I go through one of those every 2 weeks or so.
I did my first YouTube short the other day, and it was about this that I painted. It's like a 21-second clip talking about that on YouTube.
So if anyone wants anything for next year's Halloween, that's the perfect thing to print.
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
I got my spool
I can make a bowl out of it.
My spool of Polymide PA6 carbon fiber from Polymaker finally.
Oh, nice.
I can make a Halloween bowl out of Jerry's head.
And then put LEDs in his eyes, drill them out and put LEDs in the eyes.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
I'm waiting for a camera, and I'll pull him in. We got a man in the back room, but I can't see him on camera yet. I know who it is. And the reason I'm leaning my head is I got my camera and my Raspberry Pis all stacked up, and I got to look around.
Oh man, the little dinosaur thing. When you moved your arm, it looked like it was attached to your arm for a moment.
Auto drop 3D, Mike, but we don't see your video. Mike, are you there?
Hey, yeah, hold on.
Chris Travis, thank you very much for resubscribing. I appreciate that, my friend. There you are. How you doing?
I was about to say, Mike, the black screen on it, you never look so good.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, I'm having fun. I just got my 2 gig fiber installed, so.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, finally somebody with more bandwidth than me. Wow.
I have 1 gig.
Yeah, but you're in Europe, so you don't count.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's
two
like
gigs.
over there.
You can send the palette to me. I'll use it. You know all of it.
Technically, Canada is still Europe.
Well, they have the queen on the coin, right? Or now the king.
Yeah, Europe. What are you smoking?
I'm just joking. Just joking.
Yeah,
America,
the same as
England
Australia.
wanted
Australia
certain
still has they still are linked to the UK.
Yeah. I hear England wants the original 13 colonies back.
Hey,
Fuck.
I'm living.
Good luck with
I'm
that one.
living technically in the original first colony right now. So, if
What,
that means
Connecticut?
I can go there, I'm all for it.
Sam, I got a question for Sam Prentice. Do you have trouble juggling your day job with your 3D printing hobby and your channel and everything going on?
Echo.
Really do. Yeah, I really do. In fact, we're about to move premises, so we've got two warehouses at the moment. We're about to take on a new one, which is massive, and it's one of those. It's a good problem to have because it's got a ton of space inside of it, and I'm actually going to be moving the studio in January over to the big warehouse. So there's basically a conference room there that we're never going to use because there's a ton of office space there. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to move it all the way over there, and we're going to continue sort of moving forward. But what it's going to allow me to do is go in and record while I'm at work, and then I should be able to put out more content. That's kind of the plan.
How far away is that warehouse from your house?
It's about half an hour.
Okay. So I'm thinking about, your wife and son being at home, and you'll be away more and not there with everybody. So.
Well, thanks for caring. Yeah, I'm happy to be away. That's
that won't happen. She won't let it.
All right.
That's well, she can either have the mess in the house with 56 printers, or
yeah,
we can start moving stuff over. I mean, the idea of that, of course, is so that my Monday to Friday 9 to 5 kind of run. I'm getting some real echo on this.
Somebody's got Twitch or YouTube running in the background. I can hear it.
Okay.
Tell her that I've got 2 mics.
So my recording Monday to Friday will be at work, and then I'll go home, and then when they go to bed, because my son's only 1.5 years, then I'll then do the voiceovers and editing together at that point. So I should have more time for family and stuff. Yeah. So we'll see.
If you have enough room, you can set up like a little playroom like Trevor does at Navarre 3D. Have it right there in the store where his daughter plays and everything, while his wife and him run the business.
Well, we run quite a lot of heavy machinery, so it it probably wouldn't be the best kind of place for that. But like I say, it'd be nice to have some room for other things at the house. Mm-hmm. So watch this space.
All right.
So you're going to vacate the space for one thing and move it to your office. Now then you're going to turn it into something else.
That's correct. Yes, I might get a kit car or something. I don't know yet.
More robots.
So yeah, I was saying technically, like where I live is the original colony. My wife basically passes Jamestown on the way home from work.
Nice.
So if they were coming back for the original colonies, as long as they took the one original colony, I think I would be happy with it.
Okay, is that still echoing now?
I think England is rethinking it now.
No, it went away. I think it did. Is Deco gone?
No, it's still a little bit.
Huh.
I had that happen with somebody last week, and I found muting them and unmuting them, or turning on and off echo cancellation in their audio settings helps.
Here I am answering questions when I got my mic muted. Mike's got a echo happening on his mic.
Yeah. So your echo cancellation turn on, Mike. Go into your audio settings and turn on.
I'd probably look at an AC Cobra just to answer that question.
So Tim, I wanted to show you. Tim has a challenge from me. He's got to print a Maker Deck logo. So this is at 550%.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I figure on the rat rig I can go up to 780%.
Okay. Well, you've been challenged. There you go.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna need to order some filament.
Yeah. This is all Polymaker Polyterra, and then this was the Galaxy Black.
Hey, Tim, cut that in Luban. Just do the M in the circle as large as your printer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I did 4 like K2. This is a K2 design as well, and this is all kinds of stuff because it put it up there. But it's 4 quarters, and then you do the slices, and then this is a circle that goes over top with the M.
Yeah. Perfect.
So, yeah.
Beautiful. You don't see any seams on top.
Well, no, that's great. Perfect. And Nick from Polymaker actually took the 500% one that I had at Earth. He kept on coming back to the table and back to the table and back to the table, and I finally gave it to him. So then I said I'm going to do 550 because that's the max I could do on my Mark III. So yeah.
You should have told Nick to run down the aisle with it. You're going to film me with your cell phone and make a video out of it. How he grabbed it and he ran away with it.
There's a fun picture where he's holding a sword and he's using this as the other one as a shield. So yeah, so it's kind of fun.
That's but what is the diameter of that?
This one is, I should have.
I'm going to guess 18 inches by looking at it.
I have a measuring tape. I'm a handy girl. I got a measuring tape. So.
Oh, I think I got all the bearings back in.
It is 15
Thank you for
and a
stopping by,
half.
Kenny. I hope you keep well.
15 and a half, I think.
Pro tip: don't let your carriers fall off your linear rails.
No kidding. Yeah, always leave a bolt and a T-nut on each end forever.
How big was it, Liz?
15 and a half, I think.
15 and a half, okay.
Yeah.
My CR10 Max, I could do it I can go 18 inches as big as I can go on that. That's what I did to start the R2D2 dome on.
Yeah, and the funny thing is the center is pretty much the same size as I have right here. Yeah, the center's pretty much the same size as. No, it's actually bigger than a roll of filament. So.
Okay.
Ow!
With a K2 clip.
Sorry, that was my bird.
As always.
Sweet. Yeah. So. Are you going to continue printing after the end of this month, Liz?
Oh, me? I'll probably if I have 2 printers running, then I'll always have something on something. I always do something fun on MakerDeck, but I'll do Toys for Tots. And if I have 2 printers running, then I can always have that running because I have. Polymaker I have an arrangement with Polymaker to have as much filament as I want. So
nice.
And Nick is sending me over when the silks come because we don't have all of it in Canada. He's going to send me a special package of all the new silks when they come out. So.
You can't use silks for the toys.
No. Well, actually, I have used. What I did for the Jeeps is I did something fun here with the Jeeps, which I think is going to work. And we're going to stress test them. But what I did is the first bit, this is in this is the Polyterra. And then this one isn't a silk, but then I do like a layer of silk and then I'm just having fun with it. But that keeps it strong. So if I do a layer of something I've done a lot of stress testing on these. So
yeah, because alone they're not strong. They get very weak.
Liz, when I done Paul the Alien, that's about 4 foot tall behind me.
Mm-hmm.
I done a lot of it in silk, and my glued together, his legs kept breaking off. So I picked up a leg, literally grabbed it in my hand, and snap. That's how strong.
Yeah.
It looks really pretty.
Yeah.
Depending on what the shape of the part is, it may be.
No, most of them I'm doing in the Polyterra or just a regular PLA.
A lot of us use a lot of PET G because PET G makes much stronger prints. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Mike's got me mixed up with somebody.
If you could do multi-material, right? You could do the silk just for the outside and then print the inside with something better, right?
You can. Well, you'd have to slice it that way, and you'd have like you'd either have to break the model up to do that, or you could like you would the last 6 months Crucial Slicer had the ability we could paint the outside and or paint a section and assign the depth to another extruder. So you could potentially do that, but the problem there is you'd have a weak layer adhesion between the inside and the outside because it's the elastomers that's added to the silks that give us a silky sheen, weaken its layer bonding. So even bonding to other materials, it still weakens the link. So you could run the risk of the shell separating.
Unless glue makes some kind of glue, what you can glue between them.
No, then you'd have to make 2 separate parts and then manually push them together and glue them together.
I know.
And we're trying to make simple prints that are easy to print and assemble, which is why when I said a while ago, if there's any designers out there who want to come up with toy designs for next year, we're open to like toy. I do a lot. I'm working with IC3D a lot, right, on this stuff.
Okay. Well, Fix Him Dude will definitely he's definitely interested in helping. That's for sure.
So if he come up with a design, he can send it to me. I'll do test prints. It should be non-support prints and so on. We test print here, and then I'll send it. I'll show it to the guys in IC3D and get them to buy into it, so we can add it to our list of toys for next year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's check out Trevor's store real quick. Navarre 3D down in Florida, guys.
Oh yeah,
right now. You can keep talking during it, but Trevor does talk during it and explains everything that you're seeing.
Hello, everyone. I'm Trevor, and this is my store. This is Navarre 3D Printing. We're actually located in the mall in Mary Esther, Florida. In our display window, we have a bunch of Jeff Hex 3D stuff. It's kind of hard to see with this shine in the mirror. Sorry. Do a bunch of custom stuff for people. Here we have some demo printers in the window.
Somebody like opening a bag of chips or something?
Yeah,
that's Sam Filament.
Sorry, a packet of filament actually.
On actively printing.
Would you like some chips, though?
Kind of get an idea of this.
You guys actually think I'm gonna hop out here?
Go inside the store. We're having
How
a big
about they throw
promotion
this
on
printer in the
filament.
garbage?
Rob, I really appreciate it. You have an awesome
This
day, my friend.
is
Hey, Rob.
the Navarre series by Layerworks. Jonathan has made some amazing filaments, and they're all USA made. And we have some beautiful colors. Let's see, we've got some great models up here. Okay, we got filament. Again, more patrons. We got Flexi Factory and about 10 others. We have ZYLtech Filament on the right there. Ooh. Tons and tons of eSun. Printers galore. We got Folson, of course, Creality, ZYLtech. Again, this is our line of filament here. Well, this is Layerworks. This is our series. Man, I can't tell you how beautiful it is. It just has this beautiful opalescence in it and gorgeous stuff. Let's see, we got our front counter here. And over here, our print farm. A bunch of ZYLtechs, a few more. A bunch of printers waiting to be put together. We got a Optimus P1 over here. That's a whole different story entirely. A couple more backup printers there along with filament.
Where do you think they're going?
Got some resin action going. Been doing a few big resin jobs lately. This particular job is 51 units. Repairs. Got 2 more printers ready to go and sell on the tables. Back back here we have our 30 and 50 watt fiber lasers. I have a 3-year-old, so she has her own little play area back here.
The Mary Esther Mall in Navarre, Florida. It's about an hour away from Pensacola.
Here's our repair section. Mainly it's Chitty Techs and Crowley, but you know, we put everything together. That's the store. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you, Jerry.
I've done a lot of videos for Trevor lately, and below each video I listed web address, where he is on Facebook, YouTube, his store location, his phone number. It's all listed below my videos on YouTube. And we're back, everybody. How are we doing today?
So Liz, I measured. I can do I can do a one-piece base 19 inches wide. So I can only imagine what I could do if I quartered it.
Yeah, if you quartered it, that you could have a roof on your house.
It'd be about double that if you quarter it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that's a corgi. Corgi, okay.
New puppy.
Oh, that's a little one.
Now my guy is too big to lift up. She weighs 100 pounds.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to sell my Chitty Tech. I like it, but I need to get a bamboo. Yeah.
Oh, subsectors.
Thank you very much for subscribing. I really appreciate it, Kenda.
Hey, Zach.
Kenda should join. You have more than one female.
Zach, you want to play the cute game? I'll be right back.
Oh, he's going to get it.
If you'd like to pop in, Kenda.
Yeah, that's not fair. I've got just a little bratty corgi. He's got some Samoyeds.
Yeah, terrible. He's got cute puppies.
Mike Autodrop doesn't need a comb. He's like Chef Ramsay. He has that look. That's just his look. So, yeah, there you go.
Is it still echoing?
Mike, you're making the few you have on top stand up.
I'm not hearing an echo right now. No.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it went away.
Yeah, I have no idea what was causing it earlier.
Well, I hope you feel better, Kenda. Back.
Oh yeah, so got her back. Yeah. Back's been bothering me.
So what's everybody else working on, guys?
I'm working on signs.
Yeah, well, we've seen some of those.
Yeah. And this one is, I think, the most funniest one. Actually, this one right here, in one day, I had 10,000 views.
Yeah, I'm just doing toys for tots. Right
yeah,
now.
I know how that feels.
But if those views didn't make you any money, then they're worthless. They're just views, like pats on the back. Good job, Matt. But,
you want to make money. I don't want to make too much. I mean, I want to make money, but I really don't care about the money aspect.
Well, I mean, if you make too much money, you could just send the extra over to me. That's fine.
No. That's not what I said.
Yeah, I'm not K2. I'm not doing the gators. I really, personally, I don't like the flexibles for toys because they break too easy. That's why I like the more solid prints, like the low poly dinos and the small Jeep, the Wranglers, and so on, and the train.
I love the Jeep.
Is that a baby?
One of his babies.
Oh, that's only what?
Oh my
3
gosh.
weeks old, 2 weeks old.
Yeah, Big Mike. The 3 things I like about the Chitty Tech high fast printer: it does high temperature material. It has an active heater inside the chamber, so I can print any kind of filament in there, and it heats up the chamber enclosure. It's a good looking machine. It's big and heavy, even though that doesn't really count as one of the 3. It's got 2 sets of heads for it. It's got a high temp set, left and right nozzle, so you do multi-material. And then it has another set of heads, which does PLA, PETG, or TPU, dual heads, 2 sets of. It's got a camera built in so I can monitor it, but I don't know. It's a nice printer.
Okay.
They sent it to me to review. So.
Taking it back. It's too cold out here.
Yeah, Kenda, I have lots of those turtles done. I mean, I have maybe 500 of those turtles printed. And I have a lot of the ones from previous years done as well. And I have something like 170 trains printed or something like that.
Oh, I did do something. I did do something last night. I had my first little lesson in Tinkercad.
Oh, okay.
So I made a little Christmas ornament.
Oh yeah, Tinkercad is really nice. Yeah. You can do very simple stuff, and it's really nice. People don't realize how powerful Tinkercad can be.
Yeah. Well, I know that everything that K2 does is in Tinkercad right now, including the filament clip. So so I'm gonna go back and like figure out how to, get the whole make everything a little bit thicker and whatever else. But it was fun to do this. I think I'm gonna have fun with this. And I know Maker Viking, he started to work in ZBrush now.
Thomas,
and so he's got his he has a hedgehog, which I have one floating around somewhere, but then this is his little strawberry.
Oh, nice. Maybe I'll hit Thomas up because he likes to do modeling and stuff as well. So
I bought a small tablet about 5 years ago to learn ZBrush, and I never did. But then again, I got so many hobbies, I have trouble keeping up with anything. But I if I would have tinkered with it for the last 5 years, I could design stuff now, but I never did.
Doesn't ZBrush only work on an Apple tablet?
No, it works on a PC.
Oh, okay.
Or it works on its own tablet. The kind of tablet I bought is something con. I can't think of the name of it, the tablet and the pen. You just plug it into your PC. So you basically draw on your PC and whatever you're doing on the tablet and whatever you're drawing, you see on the screen.
1 second.
I can't think of the name of it.
I'm gonna put my logo back up. There we go.
Trying to see what's going on with Chad here.
Yeah, if you want to see what the latest stuff I've been working on is, I can show that off if you want.
Sure. Yep. Well, you're welcome to self-promote your company, your business, anything you want, within reason.
Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Could you see my screen?
Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, here we go.
So yeah, this is like the latest development build that we've been working on for the browser-based CAD software JSketcher.
It looks like a cassette player.
Yeah, I just drew a rectangle and I shelled it out. So it's got the whole feature history down here, so I can step back in time and go back and look at the model at earlier states. Like I can go back, okay, that's all the selections I did for the fillets that it had. I can go back in time again and look at the holes I made up there, go all the way back to the beginning if I wanted to and edit the thing. So, that's the browser-based CAD stuff. It keeps on getting better. We're getting closer to being able to say that the modeling section is feature complete so that we can get to the assembly functionality. Yeah, touch that so that it updates. There we are. But yeah, we just did some new icons. So they're all SVGs now, which is kind of nice.
Is this program out in beta? Have you released it yet, or are you going to wait till you get all the bells and whistles done on it?
So anybody can use it if they want to. We have 2 ways of using it. One of them is through the AutoDrop cloud, right? And the other is on GitHub. So if we go to GitHub and go to the repo, you can get to it from our main AutoDrop website. You can get over to the repo. You can actually download this and run it locally if you want, as long as you can run Node.js. But all the source code is out there, so we're trying to be as nice as we can with it and as ethical as possible, so that nobody gets stuck if we go out of business.
Ethics in 3D printing? Ha.
What was that?
I said ethics in 3D printing? Ha.
Well, here, yeah, you can actually save.
No, it was a joke. We were talking about the whole open source issues earlier on about some of the other companies.
Yeah, Zombie Hedgehog just posted his first YouTube live stream video. He sent it to me, so I'm throwing it in chat. You guys can check out Zombie Hedgehog on YouTube, and please subscribe to him. Subscribes are free on YouTube. There's a link there, guys.
Yeah, he's going. I wonder if he's going live tonight or tomorrow. He's been doing some YouTube as well.
Is this for? I think this is this a past live or upcoming? Let's see.
probably the past. Is it the past one that he did?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I posted it there. I think he's still in chat.
So, Sam, I saw that you tweeted about your fitness challenge. What's the story with that?
Well, as some of you might have known, when I first went out to America for Mirth, I obliterated half the population's worth of pancakes while I was out there. And yeah, you know, since we've had a baby and stuff, I've put on some weight. So I just figured it might be kind of fun to see if a few of the guys and girls wanted to perhaps get on board with this. And then I jokingly tweeted out to Polymaker, what about the biggest loser? Polymaker gives away the weight that they've lost in kilos. So it's kind of a work in progress at the moment. I think I've lost about 4 kilos this week.
Okay.
Well, what's that in stones? It sounds like you have a British accent there. So what's that in stones?
What's that in stones? You know what? I don't know. I'd have to Google that.
Yeah, math is hard.
Yeah, the conversion rate, I don't know. Liters, I don't know. Gallons, whatever.
14 kilos in the stone, I think, or 14 pounds in the stone. 14 pounds in the stone, yeah.
14 pounds of stone, is it? Right, yeah. So, you know, like I say, so I'm going to try and drop about 22 kilos. Okay. So, before Mirth. So, yeah, you know, it's going to be...
you can eat more pancakes.
Oh. So it's a year-round challenge?
Say again, sorry?
So the challenge is for a year?
So the challenge is from now until Mirth.
Hey, Sam, I got a question for you. I was going to ask
March. Since March, I've done 35 kilo. I think that's what it is. So I'm keeping on.
In the UK and Australia, you call French fries chips, but what do you call potato chips?
Crisps.
Crisps, okay.
Delicious.
Do you have any Dorito crisps behind the counter? Okay.
I only need to lose 22, so never mind.
Hey, Jerry, I posted a link if you want to put that up on the YouTube side or whatever the...
All right.
The only thing what's in all languages the same is beer.
Nope, even beer's not the same anymore.
No?
No,
oh, yeah,
thanks to America and the stupid sours.
Really?
The only thing that's universal is a middle finger. In any country, I'm sure they'd get it.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
I found Thomas's hedgehog. So.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's got a hedgehog and a strawberry. I'm working on some more things. So.
Here you go, guys.
Viking has a great community on Discord and stuff. So we have fun.
Take care, Sergio. Thanks for dropping by. You're off to a birthday party. Hope you have a lot of fun. Eat cake and have a great time.
Where's all knowing?
Zombie says, anything cool coming up with MakerDeck? Any fun programs? Well, we have started the MakerDeck Opportunities for Makers program, or MOM. And so the first partner that we're working with is Polymaker. And so what we'll do is everyone that signed up for the MOM program, they'll get the offer to join the Polymaker project. And so if you have a project in mind, like the logo, like I did, or I'm actually doing, I don't have it here. I'm going to start building my own rep rack. So I have all the pieces for my rep rack. So like makers will apply and say, I'd like to do this, even if it's Christmas ornaments or if it's Toys for Tots or whatever. And because we have I think we have 70 makers signed up now. It'll likely be they'll get selected to be in, and then we'll do a draw for it. And we'll have, I think, up to 15 makers every month that get to be part of the Polymaker project. But we're looking for other companies to work with. For MOM, for example, if a company has a new printer coming out, they want beta testers, or if they have something that's coming to market, or they just want to give things away. Instead of doing just like strict giveaways in MakerDeck, we're going to give back to our makers instead. So that's the MOM program. And then the other thing that we've been doing on MakerDeck is live programming. So this afternoon, Chris just interviewed Uncle Jesse, and pretty much every single morning, Zombie and I go live on Maker Deck just with our voices, but we have our own little, back and forth. And we also have our own show called Z and Z, because US and Canada, Z and Z. And Joe Mike has Tech Tuesdays, so Tuesday evenings at 8 Central. He does tech support. He goes through our frequently our tech support from our Discord, and he does just tech support in chat. I think we're going to have people that are going to do some maintenance Mondays. There might be people that are going to, when Christmas is coming up and stuff, they might do some tutorials and like Christmas ornaments, or it's not all going to be 3D printing, because that's the way, the way Maker Deck works is it's a variety of things, variety of making. So, and what else do we have going on during the, trying to think of what else we have going on. Yeah.
Joe Mike JMT, Joe Mike Terrell, 4 or 5 years ago when I first got on 3D printing, I referred to his YouTube videos to set up all my Raspberry Pi 3Bs. Those videos are no longer up on his channel, but I used to watch him quite a bit.
Yeah, Joe Mike is great. So he's also, Joe Mike has, along with Zombie, he's one of the people that volunteers in the back end of YouTube, or back end of Maker Deck. So yeah, we've got some great people involved. But yeah, and the interview series that Chris is doing, and we're always welcoming new programming if people are interested. And also, anytime anyone wants to jump in and just talk, we'll put them up on, Hey,
Liam, is Liam gone?
He's been away from the keyboard for a while.
Oh, Charity Maker's having problems. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Subsector 3D Kenda. Hey, Kenda.
By the way,
hey, guys.
The whole Z and whatever thing caught my ear just because almost everybody calls me Z.
Yeah, Z and Z. That's what we call it. Cause Zombie and then Pez Liz. So yeah, we're having fun with that.
I figured I'd make myself presentable. I needed to get out of my pajamas and off the heating pad. So
Matt German. You're messaging me. All those PMs are coming to me. You know that, right? All them messages are coming to me, not Liam.
Subsector, you can thank DB3D Dan for me actually having pants on.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Hello,
I've been pretty lazy today. My back is pretty messed up right now. So, yeah, my branches in my yard aren't exactly little branches, and I said, oh, I can move that. Yeah, no.
Got hit with the storm?
Yeah, with the storm, I've had a lot of branches down, and my trees are like 70 feet tall, and a branch comes down off those, and they're like this big around, so. Yeah,
we dropped from 72 degrees yesterday morning to 19 last night.
Yeah, we were in the 30s last night, and today it's still pretty cold. I don't even know what it is today. I'd have to look.
Today in Vegas it's 60 right now, mostly sunny, according to my computer.
Yeah, we had a cold front come in, so the weather's been. We had rain for days, and yeah, it's just been.
It actually snowed.
I'm excited when we have rain here or thunderstorms. It's awesome because it never happens. It's always
right. That's the way I used to feel when I was in California.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, we got rain, yay! Here it's like everyday occurrence.
I remember when I first moved into this house, it snowed at about 3 or 4 inches on the ground. My new neighbor across the street, I grabbed the big snowball, knocked on her door. As she opened it, I threw her, hit her in the chest, and she says, "Blankety blank, I'm from Michigan. Don't ever, and slammed the door on me." And she didn't want to see any snow. But anyway.
So we had an incident at work. All of a sudden we had a storm come in that was pretty heavy, and so I was walking out. And see you later, Big Mike. So we were trying to walk out, and one of the managers and I are standing there and we're watching it. We're like, is it going to stop? Is it going to stop? I says, it's Texas. Give it 20 minutes. He goes, I have an appointment. And then someone tries coming in the door holding an umbrella, and the wind was whipping around them. So their umbrella folded up, and it was like this whole, so we go to push open the door to help them because we couldn't even open up the door. The wind was catching the door so bad. And we got drenched trying to help this poor person. This poor person was just so.
Hey, Kenda, We're live on YouTube right now and Twitch. People on YouTube may not know who you are. Tell everybody who you are and what you do.
Oh, hi. I'm Kenda. I'm Subsector 3D on Twitch, and I am a 3D printer. I paint. I printed TPU. I don't know. I've done all kinds of stuff. TPU, ASA. I've got all this. Majority that's sitting over here is ASA. Right now, I'm actually preparing for a trade show, a reptile trade show for March. So I've got 5 focus printer. No, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 focus printers, an ender, and a resin that's in the other room.
What kind of trade show?
It's a reptile trade show. So everything
reptile,
I'm printing
okay.
right now are reptile. Right now I'm working on turtles. So turtles, snakes, frogs. What else I got going on? Of course, all the dinosaurs. Just did a test print on an octopus. So yeah, so I'm just doing, and checking out commercial licensing, what I have on Patreon, what I could do, what I can't do, those types of things. So just going through what's the best approach.
Yeah, my son's got a bearded dragon. He used to have 2, but I think one of them died.
Bearded dragons are pretty popular, actually, more popular than I thought. But I did Maddie the snake. I did this one.
Liz, what do you think she said?
I heard her say reptile. I heard her say reptile, as in the cold-blooded animals.
Okay.
I heard reptile.
You heard
okay, because that's not what I heard the first time.
Mm-hmm.
What
There are ladies in the room. There are ladies in the room.
Yeah. Okay.
And apparently some gentlemen. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. So yeah, so I did this one. I did this rainbow ZYLtech rainbow.
Pretty nice.
Painted her eyes. She's 30, almost 31 inches long. So anyways,
Sorry about that, Jerry.
No worries.
What did I miss?
Charity Makers had a problem, and Matt was PMing me, and I think he meant to PM Liam.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I popped over there a little while. Yesterday I was in there. I've been kind of out of sorts between work and trying to get printers going all the time. I'm working on all my Christmas stuff and just trying to keep things going. And then I gave one of my coworkers, she's the one that gave me the idea for the reptile show, because she breeds and sells reptiles. That's what she does. So anyway, so she's doing a show, and she says, and I gave her one of the Maddies, and she said, I should go to a show. And I says, I'll check it out. And then I did. And I was like, oh yeah, this might be good. So I'm doing a bunch of reptile stuff, see if I could monetize my printers. They got to pay for themselves somehow. We got to give them food somehow.
So, Mr. Prentice, what's new with you, Sam? You've been quiet for about a half hour now.
Are you good, Zolan?
You need another screwdriver in your mouth.
Sorry, guys. My StreamYard stopped sending, or my Twitch stopped broadcasting. StreamYard stopped broadcasting to Twitch.
Yeah, it disconnects every once in a while.
Well, it was 40 days non-stop, so yeah, it's about time it happened.
we're gonna start for Maker Deck. We're gonna start doing a reset. I think once a week. I think that's reasonable.
I've been considering doing the same. Maybe every Sunday morning or something, I do a reset, because I've been running like 40 days non-stop streaming Charity Makers, and if after 40 days it went down, so that's
we're able to do 20, 21 days at the most. I think.
No, mine was running for about 40 days. Yeah.
Kenda, my new Focus arrived.
Oh, yay.
So we're going to, I'm going to work with Subsector, and we're going to make sure it's all jazzed up so it runs.
Hey, there we go. There's the Focus.
Oh, look at that. That looks like an empty box the way you're
It's a great, Focus, they do have a great box. I'll give them that. Their box is great.
They do package it very well.
Yeah, it's
But Liz, I mean, and everybody else, I have several focuses, so I just
you are the Focus whisperer, though.
Yeah, I am. But a lot of it takes time. I mean, it's a lower end printer, entry level, in my opinion, in some cases, but more experienced in others, right? But for me, it works really well. It's a good all-around printer. You can print just about anything on it.
So I just utilized the Focus sale that they had and bought my friend an Oregon one. and it's being delivered today.
Oh, nice.
Nice of you.
Yeah, I'll actually only one of these I bought is my first one, which is out of camera. I just got it back up and running, but
That's the first one I bought, and the Smart, which is not here yet.
Okay. Yeah,
this is just the
I'm waiting on my
the Odin
Smart
5. No Smart for me.
No
but
Smart
I have
for
a
me.
like I already have a flex plate. I'm gonna probably put the silicone spacers and replace the springs. Vixen Dude made me like a custom shroud with my name on it and the Maker Deck logo and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just excited because I'll be able to do more of the Toys for Tots
so
stuff.
there's one more thing that you should print for it. Not to interrupt you, but for the SD card, sometimes that's
yes, I saw that on the Facebook group.
We don't interrupt people on here.
Someone on the Facebook group put it on there, but I actually have my. I've been adding BL touches to mine.
Yeah, that's what I'm interested in doing. So maybe we'll do that together. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't find the BL touch needed for small beds. Like personally, for small beds, I only find that when you get into the larger beds, you're going to have a lot more variance in the bed surface. That's when a BL touch really comes shines. But
it depends on the plate. My Ender 3s, every single one of them needed that BL touch.
I'm telling you, it has been a game changer for me on my focuses, and I've printed every time on my on my Twitch live. I have a print finish. I walk over, I pick it up, and everybody's like, I mean, my printers, they've been PID tuned, calibrated, E-steps. Every belt adjusted to the minor is I've done a lot of work.
Zolan didn't step on a Lego. He has back issues, so he has trouble getting up and down.
Oh, does he? Yeah, I don't want to have you guys see me try and stand up right now.
I have COVID right now on top of it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but your height doesn't help.
And I'm 6'9" with 3 compression fractures, 9 herniated discs now, a whole bunch of back issues. So I apologize for not muting as I'm getting up and down.
Zolan, if I had a dog with that many problems, I'd probably have put it to sleep by now.
Yeah.
People have tried.
Have you tried turning around your glass plate on the focus and print it on the other side, on the flat side?
Who, me?
Yeah.
On the glass.
I have an Alti stick, so I already put the magnet on the glass, and I'm not dealing with that. I had enough. I had enough problems with
actually on the glass, or did you?
Yeah,
you put it on the metal?
No, here I'll grab it. I'll show you.
Well,
I'm just being nosy.
It just takes longer to heat up, is all it does.
So the glass bed, if I use a glass bed, I agree with Liam. Then I don't need the bed leveler.
Yeah.
It's been a game changer for me. That's all I can say. And I
use what works.
Yeah.
Use what works.
Yeah. It works very well on these, the way I have them set up.
But you and I do need to talk, because I got one focus I need to repair. I got this one to set up, and I do want to know what some of your mods were that you did, because right now my best TPU printer's in pieces.
Oh yeah, the focus is. I haven't done any mods. The only thing I have is on my original printer is I have a rail on it, but other than that, I haven't really done any mods. And the BL touch.
Well, yeah, okay. So you just did the BL touch on it, which sorry, brain fog.
Which BL touch?
No, the mount. What mount did you use for it?
For the BL touch, what mount did I use?
Yes.
I printed one. I printed the standard stock one that they had on the Focus site.
Okay.
I have it right here somewhere. I have another BL touch. Where did I do with it?
Yeah, I already stuck the magnet on and cut out the parts for the clips.
What did I do with it? I know.
And then I'll have my Alti stick will fit. So
One
then
second,
I don't have
Liz,
to
I'll
worry.
full screen you.
Yeah, don't worry.
We're going to give away a roll of ZYLtech Filament here in a minute. USA only. They're out of Texas.
I just bought a bunch of ZYLtech. I was running literally out of filament. I had nothing.
I believe they got a special right now on free shipping over 25 that expires tomorrow. use the code VET22 and free shipping over 25, which is a great deal.
Yeah, I've been through about 20 spools of ZYLtech filament for Toys for Tots. It prints great.
It's a great filament. I just got a bunch. You know what
Bang free in chat, everybody. We'll do the drawing here in about 5 minutes. Bang free. If you're outside of the U.S. and you just like winning stuff, go ahead and hit bang. Not bang. There, I did it again. Hashtag free in chat. If you're outside of the U.S. and you win, it has to go to somebody in the U.S. or I can redraw. You can donate it to somebody in the U.S., one of your friends or whoever that you know in the U.S. Matt, he wins too much, but he donated it the other day. I think we redrew.
Yeah.
He wanted to give it to somebody in Canada, and then anyway, it wound up going to Corey last week, and I haven't seen Corey in chat. I was going to ask him to receive his film, and he should have got it by now.
Yeah, he hasn't been in.
I was just trying to look for my mount setup that I have on the BLTouch, and I know I printed it, and I know it.
Oh, I'm going to put Liz full screen so she can show off that plate. There you go.
Why is
Sorry
it free? Huh?
So you actually attached that onto the glass bed.
Yeah, I did. I cut out I cut out where the clips go, and this. So this is the the textured side or whatever, and then I attach it to attach the magnet to the glass, and then.
So, put a 10 to 20 second pause after your bed heats to let it heat soak.
Yeah, and I have a temperature. I'm gonna play with the temperature and stuff. The other problem I have with my other Focus is that it was actually the bed was way too hot when I actually used like my temperature gun. It was like 78.
There we go.
Yeah,
there we go.
Fix that,
Hashtag free in chat, not bang free. Hashtag free.
I'm not. I'll probably use the other one for parts. I don't think I'm gonna try to fix it because some of the parts that I need for it.
If the bed's getting too hot, you can run a PID tune, and that will actually get it to learn the right because the way a thermistor works, it works on resistance across the wire, and it needs to run multiple cycles to figure out what is the right resistance to measure. So PID can fix that.
When the original arrived, the thermistor was off, and I actually had to buy the tape and like put it back on, and anyway.
Oh.
This is going to be a fresh start. Start.
Now it's bugging me for that BLTouch because I have a BLTouch that I need to do on this one printer. Yeah. Now I'm trying to find the cover for it. I'm like, that's really bothering me right now.
Yeah, Zombie, I agree. Not all of them can do PID, but because they don't have it turned on in the firmware, but they do have it turned on the. Oh. On the.
You can turn. You can. Well, it's not always. It's not always turned on. I have run into it where it hasn't been turned on.
Really?
So you got to go into the settings and turn it on. It's depending on what firmware you loaded.
Yeah, but there is a third-party one out there.
Have you tried Mike's firmware yet?
No, I have not. I have no. I'm not. I'm just sticking with the straight Focus stock BLTouch. I've done a lot of different firmwares in my lifetime, and I've always just learned that, sometimes it's just better just to stick with what the manufacturer has. And I know there's a lot of great firmware out there. It's just my preference.
Yeah, I've been trying to find somebody who's got more experience who's tried Mike's firmware because there are some things I don't like about the stock firmware.
Solon?
No, that's why I was asking you if you have.
I'm giving you a hard time.
But the reason why I want to try Mike's or somebody else's is they don't have M600 enabled.
Right.
Mike does, I believe.
Yes, he does. And I don't want to have to compile my own.
Well, compiling it's easy if you have the source.
No, Liam, I know how. I just don't want to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a difference, right? So if I have a choice of not compiling it, I would prefer not to.
I see it like this. If it's working, why fix it?
I need the M600 because I need to do layer pauses. I got a bunch of designs I'm in the process of printing that require multicolor changes as it's printing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about the Focus firmware. That's the only thing I don't like. But I didn't think Mike's had it enabled either, Zolan. So
I think it does.
No, he does. He said he does.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's easy enough. You to reach out to Dora and ask them, and they'll add it in. It's not a hard one to add. The M600.
No, it's not.
It's not. You could compile it to do it, so it's not. It's nothing.
What's the M600 for now again?
Pause
it layer.
Ported layer.
But
Yeah,
you're having that problem with
layers
some of yours, Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have.
No,
They
it
don't
works,
have
but I can't be
M600
started.
enabled.
It
Sorry?
works. It stops, but I can't be started.
Yeah, because it doesn't know where to resume from.
That's part of the. It's more than just enabling the command. There's more to it.
But I can pause my print and
Yes.
manually.
You can. Yes,
and
you
then-
can pause manually. M600 is a G code that you can put in with like Cura or Prusa. And when it hits that layer, it'll send the M600. The printer will pause. You can do your filament swap, hit the button, and it'll just keep on going.
If it's
Well,
separating means you're not
because-
properly level, Phoenix.
Because one
Yeah.
area it tells me I can put in M300 or M600 code in, and I'm gonna put that code in and try it again, see if it does layer change stop at that certain height. What I'm gonna do?
So I think,
No, and
I think
M300
those
is a
two are
place
the.
phone.
Yeah, not an M300. It was just an example.
Yeah, but M300 means play a sound.
Yeah, no.
Pestilence.
So what'd you say?
She's
example.
cracking me up.
Why? What she's doing?
I'm being a silly goose.
She just cracks me up.
Yeah.
She's doing bang K2. She's banging K2 again. Poor K2. He gets banged all over the place.
Yeah, we're not going to touch that subject. We're going to avoid it. This is a family-friendly show.
That is family friendly.
We can't see your
command.
rack anymore.
It's a command.
Oh my gosh. you
Filament
guys are
rack.
funny. Jerry, what have you been up to? I saw you post something about getting a new resin. You're going to be doing a video
here's
on
a
it?
picture right here of my new resin room. It's a Uniformation GK2 right there, the green one. I'm working on a video on it right now and currently doing a print on it. And yeah, it's an 8K resin printer. It's a little bit larger than an Anycubic Mono Photon X to the right of it. And I'm loving it. We'll have to wait and see how it goes. They sent me out 2 bottles of resin. I have another company sent me out a couple bottles of resin. And then I still have some more focus resin that I want on your channel. And I'll be printing lots of goodies with multiple videos on that. And I just got this printed and painted the other day. And this is on my Chitty Tech iFast
Nice.
printer. And then I had a problem with the base. I primed the model like you're supposed to. And then I used a high gloss black paint on the base. And I wanted to do a candy blue on it, a candy apple color. And I've never painted candies before, but I bought multiple bottles and I forgot to put a chrome layer on it. You have to chrome it first and then you candy over the chrome. I forgot the chrome coat. That's why it looks so dark. But I'm going to go into Luban. I'm going to cut this model, key it, and I'm going to resin print this. And then this time I'm going to paint it right. But it came out really good.
It looks really nice.
I'm happy with my paint job.
Did everyone notice the little dig at Kenda there? I primed it like you're supposed to.
Anyway, let's do a
Kenda doesn't
giveaway.
prime anything.
Well,
Let's do a giveaway. Let's do a giveaway. Giveaway time.
You gotta
Giveaway
give. Oh,
time.
excellent. I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna head out because.
Oh, great. I join in and now you're going to leave me with these
Sorry.
guys.
Wait till after the giveaway, Liz. Wait just a second, okay?
We have
Okay, everybody, everybody in chat? USA.
everybody
only,
get
one
in the
rule.
giveaway. Thanks for having me. I'll be back another time. Take
All
care.
right, thank you. Have a great day. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Liz.
Hashtag free in chat. We're giving away 1 roll of film from ZYLtech down in Texas, USA only. It can be PLA, PETG, or ABS. Whoever wins. If you don't want it, I can redraw. If you're outside of the country, it has to go to somebody in the US or I can redraw. You can go out to ZYLtech.com, pick out a roll of filament. You can message me. I'll put my email in chat. Let me know your mailing address and, and what you want, and then we'll get it sent right out. I'll contact my lady. I'll contact the person I deal with on Monday. I'm kind of losing my train of thought here. But here we go. Let's
Spit it out, Jerry. Come on.
Yeah, I do that a lot. Here we go.
Still
We're
here, Brendan?
at 18 entries, and here we go for the drawing right now. DMAT 1773. DMAT 17, and you have to be in chat. So DMAT 1773, are you in chat?
My name is Matt.
DMAT 1773.
Yeah, but you're not
I thought it was
DMAT.
going to stop on Chris Mink and then it jumped. Let's see if DMAT 1773 is here in chat.
Maybe not.
Oh, I feel like I'm winning.
He's watching on Twitch. DMAT1773, are you here?
DMAT's going to lose out.
Speak up or forever hold your peace.
He's a regular all over the place. I'm surprised he's not here.
I know.
DMAT1773 will give you a minute to answer.
Can you sing a song?
He wants people to stick around. Why would he do that?
Yeah.
Wake up.
Yeah, I remember a long time ago. Actually, I was live streaming a few months ago, and somebody got on my chat. They say, Jerry, you just went over on Solar 3DP's channel. Hurry, get over there and chat. So I pulled him back up. I'm here. DMAT1773, are you in chat?
He's still logged into Twitch, Dusty says, so he must be taggable on your chat. So, but where is he? You know, he won some on my chat one day, and he didn't claim it in time.
Well, you have to do a countdown, Jerry, and do a redraw.
All right, we're going to redraw in 10 seconds. DMAT1773, say something in chat in 10 seconds, or I'm going to redraw. 10, 9,
7,
8,
4,
7,
10,
6,
1,
11,
4,
24 and a half,
9,
2,
8,
3 3/4,
9,
0. We're redrawing. And by the way, I can count backwards from 10, but Nicholas from Polymaker cannot. He gets to 3. I think
It's that translation from Chinese to English.
All right, here we go. We're drawing again.
Congratulations.
Cool. You've never won on my channel before.
Yeah, I don't think I have, but why don't you go ahead and give it to Liam so he can print some more toys for Tots? Because I just ordered a bunch of ZYLtech, so I'm good, but thank you. Why don't you donate it to Liam?
Okay, Liam, let me know what you want, and I already know your information. Yeah. I'll let my rep know that Akinda had won it, but she chose to donate it to you, and it'll get sent right out. So congratulations.
Any color PLA.
Congratulations.
Okay. Thank you, Kenda.
All right, you're welcome, Liam. You're doing you're doing what I never take the time to do. Is I hate committing to the
Mad Cat. I'm glad you're here.
To donating things because I always
have you received your filament, Corey? Did you get the filament in that was sent out to you?
So, you want to see some trains? I got boxes of them. I can bring them out.
Cut boxes of them.
Boxes.
What's Sam working on? I see he's got his. I'll
show you some trains. I'll show you a few different toys. 1 second.
I was looking at Sam's Death Racer there. That's what I was.
They actually have a nice train set on printables on the Prusa website.
Yeah, so this is the Death Racer that I'm fighting Slice Engineering with next week. He's come out with something, so we figured we better give them a run for their money. So this is just a Polymaker Death Racer, which here we go. So yes, I'm working on that. I'm working on the new droid from Andor, which is called B2 EMO, which is quite a fun build at the moment. I've got 2 Vorons.
It's an emo.
I've got a robotic arm that's someone sent me. Yeah, it's there's a lot of good stuff. A lot
of fun stuff. I have my Death Racer parts actually in the other room. I actually have it all there. I just haven't got all the electronics for it yet.
You need to get that over the line. Definitely. Certainly if you're going to any of the Mirth or Earth events, I think the Earth one next year is going to be massive. So fingers crossed.
Sam, would that be legal to modify your Death Racer to have you ever seen Ben-Hur when they go the chariot race where they have those little sword
spikes on the wheels?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. That's absolutely fine. As long as it's not kind of flames or something that's going to do some serious damage to somebody. I had someone reach out the other day and they wanted to have the boom on the back spinning, I was like, yeah, crack on with that. So there's not really kind of anything that's sort of a no-no. But here's the thing, if you've got 30 people in a fight, even if someone's swinging and crashing around, there'll be a load of people that are just gang up on them and hopefully smash them up. So whatever.
So I can mount a Tesla coil on top of it.
You can try. See what happens. EMP, that kind of thing. Yeah. RF blocker.
Thermonuclear weapon.
By the way, Breakcore Justin 1999 is what he used to go by. He's starting the Rocky Mountain Rep Rap Festival, and he's wondering if he needs to talk to you about having a Death Racer match at that as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. When's that on?
Earlier.
April.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was April.
Cool.
Yeah. Get if you can get him to reach out to me, then chances are I might be able to fly over and be part of it.
Awesome. Jerry, can you put me up on the screen?
Can you drop me a PM with what the name of the festival is called again?
This is
just
one box. This is 278 of those little the little smaller toys, which are these low poly dinos.
You have to send one to Honey Badger.
So that's 278 of them in one box right there.
Wow.
And I have two more boxes like this.
How many of them are green that are in there?
Oh, it's a whole mixture. I get a spool of filament.
Can you count them and let me know how many of them are green or how many are blue?
No. I just know there's 278 in this box, and I have another box with another couple of hundred in that one.
That's cool.
Sam, I'm dropping the Twitter link to the post that he has about it in the private chat.
Very much. Cheers.
All right. You want me to share that publicly, on?
I can do that. I am a mod. I keep forgetting I'm a mod here.
All right.
Sorry.
So the Rocky Mountain Rip Festival.
I didn't bring out any trains. They're in bigger boxes.
Oh, I'm following them already. Okay, cool.
So where is the Rocky Mountain?
Colorado.
In the Rockies.
Okay.
Duh.
The coolest light.
Well, I just, Colorado where, but okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be near Denver.
Okay.
I met him actually in person in just outside Greeley, which is just outside Denver.
Well, I shouldn't say duh to anybody because I was messing with my laser and light burn in the garage last week. And after an hour screwing around with it, I realized I didn't have it plugged in. So I'd always plugged something. And I had unplugged it and plugged in my air compressor, and I never plugged the power strip back in.
But haven't we all done that at some point? I mean, come on. Everybody be honest with yourself.
There's something else I done the other day that was dumb, too, and I don't remember what it was.
I took my printer apart because I forgot to switch on the power socket on the back of it.
Hey, I'm the king of dumb.
Oh, no. Yeah,
no.
I got this little smart plug.
Yeah,
I switched off.
I realized last week. Was it last week, Jerry, when I messaged you?
A couple days ago. Yeah.
I realized for the last 7 months or so, I've had monetization turned off on all my YouTube videos. Oops.
Well, I don't see how that can happen because as you upload one, you got to go through the steps to finish it, and that comes
I know.
up on the screen.
Yeah. But by the way, you can turn it on in bulk. You know that, right?
That's how I did it. Yeah, I turned them all on in bulk.
Yeah.
Except for the ones that were ineligible.
My wife spent 30 plus minutes looking for her cell phone while talking to her daughter on her cell phone.
We've all done that. I mean, come on. Be honest with each other. Be honest, everybody.
I know what I did the other day that was really stupid. My battery was dead on my truck for some unknown reason. So I went to AutoZone the next day and I swapped out the battery. I put it in my wife's car, took it down there. I came home. I have an amp that hooks up on the positive post, and that's it. So when I put on the positive post, you got to screw. It's a side terminal battery. You screw in the post. I put on the connector for the amp, and I go to start the truck, and it's all dead. And I'm sitting there thinking, why in the hell is this new battery dead? And after about 5 minutes, I realized I didn't hook up the positive post. I just hooked up the negative and the amp, and the positive post was still tucked down in there, and I forgot to hook it up.
Wow.
Yeah, we've all. Yeah, it's just we all done it.
So,
You know,
Jerry,
I've started taking things apart, and it's like to fix it, and it's like, oh well, it would have helped if I would have flipped the power switch or plugged it in, or
So now when I go out the front door to go check the mail down the street, I look down to make sure I got pants on.
Yeah, that's
okay.
We're getting to that age, Jerry, right? Where it's like, okay, am I dressed? You know?
On that note, Jerry, I need to go. I have stuff to do. I need to go. I'm going to finish on that really high note of Jerry's without pants. No, okay.
Fixed. Fixed. Finally.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Liam. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. You have an awesome day. And we'll see you Tuesday, 4 p.m. Pacific. You'll be live, right?
Yep. I'll see you
what's happening with this? They're going to try to launch Wednesday morning really early, right?
Wednesday morning at 1:04. It's a 90-minute launch window. It has to be nighttime because of the Apple point for the launch. It has to be correct. If everyone wants to know why we choose launch windows, I'll happily explain it. But it gets complex. But I can happily explain if anyone wants to know. But so that's why it's a night launch because of the Apple point alignment. So they have to do it, and I will.
Leave it, Sam.
I will be shortly. Actually, I will be shortly.
Wait a minute. Isn't it this? It's not like this.
No, thumb out.
If I'm out, I don't know.
Yeah, thumb out. It has to be. Live long and prosper, everybody. I am going to go, and I will see you on Tuesday night on my hangout.
Take care,
guys.
Take care. Later.
Ciao.
Bye,
yeah, I'm going to shoot and take the dog out, Jerry. So it's nice to see you guys. I'll catch up with you very soon. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, have an awesome day. Bamboo Labs, Jerry Knapp. He has a great channel. He wants to review one. Thank you, Sam. Take care.
Take care. Cheers, guys. Bye. Bye.
Take care. Yeah, the SLS from NASA is launching possibly Wednesday early in the morning. They've only been waiting since 2017. The rocket costs billions of dollars, and it's just never got off the ground yet, but it might.
Wow.
So.
Well, Sam, if you're still watching, don't forget to send me the T-shirt.
Oh, I didn't realize Subsector was leaving.
Kenda left.
Bye, Kenda. Have a great day.
So Zolan, you seem to be the only one that reacted to my when I commented earlier about the Voron Touch.
Yes,
it's pretty. That is a pretty cool thing.
Because I'm still building my V0 because it took me 3 months to fix the rail.
Right. That's exciting news. Actually, they live streamed about it today. I was watching it for about an hour. So that's going to eliminate a few things needed on them. So yeah,
and I figured out my printing issues, my Z-banding issues, were because my rails were tilted.
Oh, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kenda is back.
I'm back. Sorry.
She beamed out. Now she beamed back in.
Yeah. I was
beamed out. There's a good one.
My OBS, Kenda. I have trouble with OBS for the last couple of weeks. I couldn't get my
words.
Virtual camera to work in OBS. That's because I done the newest update. So after I went back like 4 or 5 versions, then it works fine now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The newest version. Before you install the newest version of OBS, uninstall virtual webcam because the newest version has it built in.
Virtual webcam?
I don't remember version. I forget how
I thought it was built into some of the other versions already.
It's a major change to it, is what I found.
Okay.
I just did the update.
I
did the update myself. Anyway. Right. I did the update myself, and I had to actually reinstall it on top of itself for it to start working.
I'm using version 27.2.4 at the moment.
That's what I was on. I am on 28.12 right now.
That's what I was on.
I'm on 28.03.
I tried Googling it. And most, as you know, when you Google anything, it's from 5-6 years ago. So you have to keep looking and reading, and eventually find something current.
Yeah, I'm on the 28.0.2.
And you're fine. It's going from the 27 to the 28 that it breaks.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I went from whatever it was, but StreamerBot, you need to update too, Jerry, with that up to the I don't know what StreamerBot you're running. You got to update that. That I did find.
Yes.
Because the newest version doesn't need that plugin anymore. It already has the plugin.
I'm using.
In fact, you need to uninstall the
1.14.
WebSockets plugin, because if you leave that plugin on 28 point whatever, it will complain every time you open up.
Right, and then the port changes on the web WebSocket.
Yep.
I think it's 4455 on the WebSocket.
These
now.
are all things I discovered this morning when Dan told me I needed to get online and start streaming.
I already did it, like, I don't know.
StreamerBot, I'm using 1.10, and it says update available 1.14.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm on 1.14. You might want to, and that's an easy one. It's just pretty much.
It does it itself.
Yeah, it doesn't do it itself. It creates another directory.
When I first downloaded it, I didn't know how to run the program. I ran, I think, the exe, and then it loads itself.
Right.
When I closed mine this morning, it said, "Hey, there's an update. Do you want to install it?" And I said yes, and it did it for me.
Check your folders. You're gonna have the old folder there too.
Oh yeah, okay, Corey. I couldn't see it. Let me see how close is that. 95.64, really cool. You're almost dead center. I don't know. It goes to 99? Does it ever do 100? I've never seen 100.
Actually, we at West Street
Yes.
1 got 100 on my channel.
Oh wow! Congrats, Corey. That's all I can do is give you congrats.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's all I can do. That's all we can do.
I got 99.96 on Dan's channel last week. But he's not giving away filament anymore.
I need to go.
No, he was giving away filament yesterday.
Was he? Oh,
yeah.
Oh, weird.
Well, I do need to run because I got to go take care of the dogs and get them fed. And I'm still gonna stream tonight. I have no idea what I'm gonna chit chat about, but
all right.
But I'll chit chat about something. Actually, so what I'm doing, Jerry, I don't know if you saw on my post out on my turtles, but this turtle is from Rogai Studios that I want to show off because this is the ZYLtech Rainbow.
Oh, that's pretty.
And then this is what was left over of my Polymaker dark green sparkle. This is the last little bit that I had. So this guy, Chris Perillo, actually named him Sparkle. So anyway, so these are the guys I'm making right now. I'm making a variety of colors, and it's all ZYLtech. And then this is the Yusu Gray. So I'm doing. I'm trying to do a series of colors that I'm trying to come up with and make enough of these and for the trade show. So I'm going to be finishing up the turtles today, and then I've got some snakes that I'm testing out and some other stuff.
Take care, K2. Thank you for stopping in.
So anyway, so these turtles are just this turtle, and there's another one that, every time you print with the rainbow, you're going to get a different variety, and you got to come up with a different color scheme. So every time I do one, so this is also the ZYLtech Rainbow.
Cool.
But it came out with, and that's also the ZYLtech Cobalt Blue that I used. So anyways, so the ZYLtech just prints this out beautifully. But yeah, so,
Take care,
I've got a whole bunch of these that I'm printing. And going to be putting some stuff together for the trade show that I'm going to be doing in March. So other than that, that's the turtle I've been talking about. I love this turtle. It's going to be hard for me to even get rid of this turtle. So I do have a question for you all. So when you slice and it tells you how many grams that you're printing, if I put this on a scale, would the grams be the same?
Not unless you have your slicer set up to actually match what your flow rates and everything are, your reality ones. So you could be off anywhere between +5 to 20%.
So I would be better off just weighing it and then figuring out what my
Yeah, and a lot of models may have filament and stuff. So if you want to sell something, weigh it with the filament with the supports on it. And slicers are never accurate when it comes to times.
Right.
And which I'm retired. I don't really care if it took 10 hours or 5 minutes. It doesn't really matter. So, but times are always off. But yeah, weigh it with supports on it. It's like when I printed that giant statue for my son, which I think I got a picture here. The Spawn. It was a lot of filament, but it was a ton of filament and just supports because there's so many angles and shapes and it took a lot of weight there and just support, a lot of waste.
Yeah, I'm actually trying not to do anything with supports. You know, I'm doing like the articulated snakes and stuff like that.
Yeah, whenever you can avoid it, that's great. That way you don't have any damage underneath the supports, which you will always get.
I have started, for the stuff I'm getting ready to sell, I have started weighing my spool before the print and weighing the spool after the print. Because that also lets me know how much I wasted in like purge lines or anything else.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea too.
That's what I do too.
You know, I mean,
yeah, that's the best idea, because if you grab random filament for whatever reason, you can't. You're guessing in your head what did you use. If you weigh it, then you always know.
Right.
Yep.
That's a good idea.
That's what I
Yeah,
have.
I mean, I've been weighing them, and you know, I have a little scale, you know, so I just figured, well, I'll just weigh it, and then I could see, just convert it to grams and figure it out or whatever, convert it around.
Yeah.
But I was just curious. I didn't know how. I've never sold this type of thing, so I figured, well, I better get my spreadsheet ready and.
When I was doing the TPU prints for the drone people, I actually got to the point of just I use this as a filament spool holder.
Thanks, guys.
It's a toilet paper roll holder.
Yeah.
And I set this on the scale, put the filament on the scale, and then zero it out and start my print.
Oh, that's a good idea too. I'm just curious. I just got to come up with pricing and stuff and figure it out. I'm just trying to make
Hey,
sure
Llama.
I make it, you know, I don't want to overprice it, but I want to be reasonable.
You want to be fair, but you don't want to put yourself in the hole at the same time.
Right. I want to be fair. So I want to figure out, you know, the amount of hours it takes to print one of these. I mean, they take a minute to put them together because it's printed, you know, of course, separately, but this is, you know, kind of what I'm doing. And like Maddie the Snake, I'll be doing some of those, but I was curious.
And as Dusty says, to expound on what he's saying, after you write down your totals as you go, you can eventually actually edit your settings in the slicer to make them closer.
Okay. Well, I did weigh each one of these, and they all weighed within what, 0.1 of an ounce or whatever it was. What was it?
Oh, and you're putting those with no support, so yeah, that works.
Yeah. So when I just weighed these, I was within like, I think it was 0.2 of an ounce. So anyways, it was something like 6.2 average between them all. But
what slicer are you using?
Kira.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just using Kira, but this little guy I'm keeping.
Oh, DMAT 1773, you won earlier, but you wasn't here. So I waited and waited and waited, and everybody knows we had a redraw. But
and then Kendra won. Yes.
Yeah, and then I won, and I donated it to Liam. So it was a win-win. So thanks, DMAT, because it ended up going to Liam. So anyway, I was just wondering how many of you guys actually sell prints and you know, how that goes.
I have 5 or 6 boxes plus everything around me I need to sell, but I haven't sold much. I've done a couple models on Etsy last year, but they were Dr. Doom and a Spawn that were printed in resin and painted very nice, but you know, it all depends. Everything's different.
But you're in Vegas. You have trade shows and conventions there all the time.
I don't go to things like that. I'd have to sell them online or something. I'm not gonna.
Being retired, the costs to go to those shows are insane.
Yeah, overhead.
Yeah, I mean, it's depending on the trade show. I know they have overhead, and
most people are looky-loos to be better at selling marketplace if anywhere, because people are looky-loos, and if they're not, they're like, you take $1, but don't do a yard sale. That'd be worse. Like,
oh yeah. Well, you know, that's why I was saying a trade show that's specific to something. Like I'm doing the reptile show, for instance, you know.
No, so like when I started my t-shirt shop, I went to the Samoyed Nationals because, you know, they know me and everything else. And even there, I had people trying to cut my prices in half.
Yeah, and so I've done I used to do street fairs in California all the time with my embroidery and my vinyl cutting and all that. And Asher,
guess what?
Son actually does that now.
If they talk you into a deal and you give in, they're going to go resell it, and you just got screwed.
Yeah. I never do that. I would never do that. That's why I'm trying to like hone in. I'm going to try this out. you know.
Or if you don't talk them into it, then they'll complain about the quality of the product later and give you a bad review.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
That's why I no longer. Nope. This is what it is. Have a nice day.
Yeah,
Do it online.
I was a power seller on eBay. Trust me, I know all the tricks. I had a storefront, you know, and I was selling on eBay. So
I suck with customer interaction.
I sold a Spawn model to a guy in Texas like a year and a half ago. It was a smaller version of the one I did big for my son. It sat at USPS in Texas for a month. He never picked up his package. They couldn't deliver it. It eventually came back to me, and then I got a hold of him, and through enough emails and me badgering him, I finally was able to resend it. I didn't open up the box to see the conditions. I packed it perfect the first time. I just repacked it in a box that barely bigger, so it was a nice box. Reshipped it to him. He got it, gave me a great review, but it was like 2 months of headaches.
Yeah. That's why I don't want to do eBay or anything like that. I've had my share of headaches with it, and you know,
and shipping costs are becoming just insane.
The shipping costs are just. I looked up shipping costs just today because I got to ship out some stuff for my son and some other people, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's just.
And with eBay, you can return stuff like with Amazon. So if you sell somewhere, you got all sales are final, and that's it. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we've got 1977 Vincent all out dropping in. Hey, Vincent, how are you?
Yeah, okay.
You look like a mounted policeman from Canada.
No. I'm trying to save some heating bills. I got a big sweater on because the heating bills are going way up here.
Wow.
Tim, I know Vincent just joined, but I haven't heard a word from Tim.
I've been quiet the whole stream.
Oh.
Here we go, Tim.
I printed a couple Yetis.
Oh, I want to print that guy too.
This is at 180%, and I did a rainbow one as well. And then I'm just printing, of course, more parts for my stream tomorrow night. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing too exciting, but these guys turned out well. 24 hours to print that at 180%.
Tim, get 2 sticks, make a cross, put strings on his hands and legs like a marionette puppet, and you can kind of play with it. That looks pretty cool.
Okay.
That would
look cool.
Put one on his back to hold him up, and then put him on his hands and legs, and you can kind of tilt it.
Yeah. No, and otherwise, my other project was my filament rack. I've replaced all my printed parts because all my other ones are breaking. So
we've got Catman in the background. Mad Cat USA, Corey. Hey, Corey, how you doing?
Hey, What's up, gang? I'm going to run, guys. I got to run and grab something upstairs. So I'll talk to you guys all later.
Oh, right when we start talking to you, you got to leave.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. As soon as I walk in, you take off.
Okay,
it's okay. You're Canadian. Stop being nice. Just go.
Like to say sorry. Okay, catch everybody later.
Take off your hose.
See you.
It's like Midwesterners. It takes a half an hour to leave.
So Vincent and Corey, what's going on?
Not much.
Same here. I've been tinkering around with some stuff, and still got a bad level of my Ender 5 Plus, but got so much paperwork to do to find another place to live, and yeah, all that other stuff. And the holidays are coming, so
you gotta find a place to live. Oh, God.
Yeah, I've got some health issues, and I'm living 4 floors up, and it's getting harder for me to walk the stairs.
Zolan's got to go, guys. Zolan, you have a great night. Hope you feel better, my friend.
See you, Zolan.
Feel better. I'll try to be on some tomorrow. I got stuff to do here.
All right, take care.
All right,
Take care.
Basically, what's happening is I got kidney failure, so on both sides. So it's getting harder to walk the stairs and getting the groceries up. So I'm looking for a different place to live.
Oh wow! I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
I need additional lighting.
So that's what I've been doing, and yeah, do some paperwork, and you know how it goes. Sometimes those days. I finished my my ship from Stargate. I only have to do the paint, but it's there. It's finished finally after 6 months.
Very cool.
Yeah, so I got the printing stuff at the moment on a low end. Yeah, did I pronounce it right? Yeah, okay. I'm a little bit tired.
All right.
What time is it there?
It's 12:30 at night, but I
Yeah,
had
that's what I figured.
about
It's late.
2.5 hours sleep because Matt woke me up this morning because I had a contest in Lois Moses. Do I pronounce that
Loyal
right?
Moses.
Yeah.
Loyal Moses, yeah.
And I won the focus, and Matt woke me up this morning because I fell asleep. And I was
Yeah, really.
about,
Hurry, claim it. Get on chat. I'm here.
I
I'm
was
here.
1 minute too late. I tried to open the telephone and tried to go to Twitch and log in, and because of the update, Twitch was disconnected. So I ran to my PC, turned it on, and I was too late. So.
Yeah, Zolan just popped back in. Something's up. We'll put him up on a big screen here in a minute.
Yeah, so that's that, and I've been still printing these things, those bins, outside cases. I have to make 80 of them, so that's gonna take a while.
That looks
Oh,
like
he's
a
gonna
printer.
rub it in some more.
Yeah, the other
Rub it in
printers are
some
still
more.
down.
Leaving.
This one still needed another stepper motor, and the Ender 5 Plus is still in the works. I still have to
Yep, he's
learn how
rubbing
to
it in
bed
some
level
more.
that stuff.
Nice.
Here we go again.
Is that a returned one or?
Odin Smart.
Oh, that's the Odin Smart.
The new one.
Nice.
You got a dented corner, but I'm sure it's fine. Careful.
Yep. In a corner. Oh, yeah, down in the bottom. Yeah, I just realized it was sitting outside on the porch.
I'm glad it's not raining.
Yeah, right?
Careful of your back, dude.
I've been waiting for this for so long.
Awesome.
Well, congrats, you got it.
Yep. So, yeah, tomorrow I have 2 printers to build.
Nice.
Well, nice.
Okay, now I'm out of here.
All right.
Okay, well, thanks for sharing.
You did that on purpose, Solon. No, but yeah, so I got some health issue that I have to take care of and do some paperwork. Because the end of this month, it's the end of my contract for my job. So I have to look for something else to do.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
Doris said a long time ago when they came in, she'd send me one, but you know, it doesn't matter. I got a lot of printers. It's just another video. So
Yeah,
it
she
doesn't-
said. Yeah, she said the same thing. She said she wasn't going to be sending anything out for a while. I guess that's what she told me.
No, I got 3 printers here, and I got only 1 running because I don't got any filament. So.
Well, that's the problem. You get more printers, you need more filament. All of a sudden,
Exactly.
I had
exactly.
5, 6 printers going, and all of a sudden, no filament.
Same here.
Lickety split, real fast.
Yeah, and I'm saving up some money when I'm moving out of this place.
Oh, definitely.
You live there with your son, right?
Yeah.
How old's your boy?
16.
Does he work?
No, he's still at school.
Yeah.
Can he work after school and on weekends?
Nope. No, because he's slightly autistic, so he's not gonna do that.
Okay. Okay.
It's not gonna happen for now. Maybe in the
All right.
future.
So, is it Vincent on your kidneys? Is it because of your diabetes or?
I don't got diabetes. That's the weird stuff.
Oh,
No,
wow.
they noticed that my right kidney was 2.5 centimeters larger, smaller than my left one. So basically, one kidney was running all my life for about 120%, and basically, because of my overweight problem, yeah, it started to give him issues.
Wow. The reason I asked, my brother's got kidney failure as well. He's actually on dialysis now. He's waiting.
I'm not there yet. Luckily, I'm not there yet. So
Yeah, that's where he's at. But he let his go and wasn't doing everything. He let his go too long. But yeah, he's on kidney dialysis and on the kidney transplant list. So
no, I'm working on it. I lost a little bit over 50 pounds in the last year, so I'm working on it.
well, that's part of the part of it.
Yeah. No salt, high blood pressure, and that kind of stuff. But we got to keep on going. Try to keep on smiling.
Right.
It's sometimes hard, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my brother just keeps doing. He just keeps doing what he does, right?
Yep, exactly.
That's all you can do.
I ordered a new camera. Jamie referred me to a company called 4K for Less, the name of the company here in the U.S. They sell cameras. and I bought a brand new camera body. It's a Canon DSLR Rebel SL3. It was like $650, I think it was, something like that. Anyway, it'll be here Tuesday.
Oh, nice.
All my current lenses from other camera will fit it, and I was unable to take apart my camera and replace the shutter assembly, which I bought off AliExpress, and I stripped the screw on it, so I was dead in the water. I need a camera, so if I ever find anybody locally, reasonably, that can take it apart and replace the part I bought, put it back together, then it'll be like a new camera, then I can sell it. So,
right.
Hello, Mr. Diesel. How are you
I
doing?
bought myself finally a kettle to start the canning. And also bought a new Epson EcoTank printer because I need to do some paperwork. So yeah, no filament for me for the next couple of weeks.
Well, also you're moving. You don't want to be packing all that up and.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I got my last spool going, 3 kilo spool.
Right.
And the ends are going, and when that one is finished, I'm out of filament for the next maybe month or a half.
Yeah, I was actually, and I want to do this trade show, so I was actually running really low. So I was like, okay, there's one thing that I was like, it was actually this guy when I was printing him. I had just enough of the last of the ZYLtech, and then so I finally got paid and said, okay, I gotta invest in some filament, and I really like the ZYLtech. I really like it, so I said I'll just get some ZYLtech right now. So.
My wife wanted to put the tree up yesterday, so we put the tree up. I put the tree up and put the lights on it, and she had the grandkids come over and help her decorate it.
I've been trying to get how sweet. That's awesome.
You know what happens if you decorate in November? Santa
kills an elf.
Yep.
Santa kills an elf. Is that what?
And then here I got my new resin printer set up. I'm working on the video right now. The Uniformation GK2, the green
That's
one
the
there.
same one that Jamie did, right? That's the same review she did, was it?
Yeah, it's an 8K. Yeah, she did a video on it. I think I've seen at least one video on it. I'm doing one now.
Okay.
And here's that head. I had a friend of mine design it for me. He sculpted it from scratch based off a few pictures. Unfortunately, in my pictures, I wasn't clean shaven. I didn't shave my head completely, and he literally made it look like how I look. So in this picture, I went all the way around and I dry brushed it gray. That right here, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but anyway. So
you did a nice job on that, Jerry. That's very cool.
Thank
you.
Very cool. It just makes me mad that I forgot to chrome the base before I put on the blue. That way, it didn't come out the right color.
Right, you can't see that. Yeah,
I'll fix it next time. It looks
The
black.
top, you might as well chrome the bottom.
I still think it looks awesome, though, dude.
Well, the chrome was done with a 3D pen. It's a chrome pen. I put that on with just the letters. But I got candy apple blue. I bought like 9 different candy colors. And in order to use candy, you got to put the chrome base on. And I forgot.
Yeah,
so
I learned that the hard way as well, Jerry. So
no, Jerry, I meant you chrome the top. You might as well chrome the bottom too.
Yeah.
Well, I need to run. I need to get the dogs fixed. I'm going to be streaming here pretty soon. So I'm going to run and go get my dogs fed and hobble myself along. And
thank you for joining in. You have an awesome day, and everyone.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Jerry.
Check you out.
I'm sorry I haven't been able to pop in with yard work, but now I can't do yard work. My back's all out, so it's like that's a win-win. But
hope you have a wonderful day.
All right, thanks a lot, Jerry.
Take care.
So speaking of ZYLtech, look at get it to focus here. Come on, focus. Cheap camera. But you can still see the shine. This is ZYLtech Majestic Purple. And I've been printing a bunch of these little space-related toys for the Loyal Moses toy drive. So I got into printing last year and I didn't have my printer in time to get set up to do the Christmas drive, so I swore to myself I would do it this year. So I've been printing out a bunch of little toys for kids.
Anyway, the head's a little small.
A little bit smaller, yeah.
On the Bamboo Lab, that's the biggest I could go with it. Oh.
So I had a problem with my PC yesterday. The spikes blew out the side of my case.
The what blew out?
Spikes, electric spikes.
Sparks. Sparks.
Yeah.
I thought you said spikes. I'm like, what?
No, spikes.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I'm very tired today. What happened was my RGB controller from my Cooler Master fans blew up. Short circuited.
I've never had that
You let
happen
the
on a
magic smoke
PC
out.
ever.
Yeah, I was lucky that it only was the fan controller, not my motherboard. A lot of people put the RGB on the motherboard itself and not in the controller. So I was lucky.
Hey, Stephen Poole, how you doing today?
Hey,
Yeah, you can't let the magic smoke out of them.
Cool.
They quit working when you let the magic smoke out.
Yeah. So I was lucky that my PC was still running.
Yeah, Dusty, I watched a video on YouTube. It was about a camera that was similar, and I got the back off mine with one circuit board. I got the one side off, but the rest of it wouldn't split in multiple pieces like in the video of a different camera. So I turned it over, and there's one screw underneath where the lens goes. I stripped it. So that was dead in the water right there. And the screw I'm talking about, if you know, is about like you have on your glasses, a little tiny screw. And once I stripped it, it's like, well, I'm dead in the water. So I put it back together the way I found it. I still have the new part. I couldn't afford to buy another camera, but I financed it. I'll pay it off when I get my tax return. The finance charges are reasonable, and it'll be here Tuesday. So I do time lapses. I film a lot of my stuff with DSLR, but I primarily film my resin prints. You know, we're kind of growing from nothing like an FDM print, and that's what I needed it for. So it's still a good camera. So, and I'm thinking, you know what? I'm not going to get on Marketplace and buy another used camera for $350, $400. Because it could have too many pictures on it already. I mean, could be an old, worn out, half worn out camera, and the same problem will happen again. So I figured I'll just buy a new one. The camera came out 2 years ago, so it's a brand new camera that came out. The one that I was using came out in 2013. That's when that model came out. So I got a newer version. So, what do you have there, Corey?
That's how they come off the print bed.
Oh, nice.
All the brims attached and everything. I just pull them apart and take the brims off. If you hear a lot of crunching, that's me.
I'm gonna finish the movie and I'm going off to bed. Try to take some sleep nap for the next couple of hours. My son is gone until tomorrow, so.
Okay.
Have a good rest, Vince.
Yeah.
Good night, Vince.
Have a great night.
Take care. By the way, Jerry, I got a question. I tried to log in tonight on StreamYard, and it only said that I could connect through YouTube and Facebook instead of Twitch.
That's different. That's new.
I don't know why you can't connect through
thing.
Twitch.
What?
No, Twitch wasn't there.
You just connect with I send you the link and you click on it and you drop in. I don't.
Yeah, I've seen a message. I can connect through YouTube or through Facebook. And then I pressed YouTube. Then I got connected.
Yeah. I ran mine through Facebook. Same difference, but
yeah.
Normally connects through Twitch.
When Liam sends me a link and I join in, which is once a week every Tuesday, I just join. I didn't know there's any other button to click. When I set up the stream on my end, I pick where I'm going to stream to, but I've never known that anybody that joined in had to pick anything.
Yeah, you got to log into StreamYard yourself.
But this is the first time. It never happened before.
Not sure.
So that's why I had some problems logging in tonight.
Huh. Okay.
So, bye everyone.
Have a great night.
See you, Vince.
And I need to update my hobby room videos, or my pictures, actually. So all my pictures are real old, and I got to straighten up a little bit. I keep saying that week after week after week, but...
I was going to say, I think the last time I was on here, you were talking about straightening up.
Yeah, these are the ones I did, I don't know, like 8 months ago or something. These are my hobby room. But a lot of things have changed. Well, not a lot has changed, but a few things have changed. Enough that I should update the pictures and update my intro video. Like, see there's my old resin printers. That's not where I rearranged. And all those, I have lasers are in the garage. The K40 is still there, but the rest of them are in the garage. So now I still have this MP CNC. I'm going to be making some Christmas presents, so I need to fire it back up and pay a month of Easel or start subscribing to Easel again. But anyway.
Yeah.
Kieran's saying hi, Corey.
Hey, Kieran.
Hey, old man, what you doing? Hop on in. Come on in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get ready to raid somebody here in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been on for almost 3 hours. We're live on YouTube and on Twitch at the moment. We gave away one roll of filament, which was from Kenda won it. The other person wasn't here. Kenda won it. She donated to Liam. And then last week, Corey won. Originally, last week, Matt had won. And then he wanted to donate to somebody in Canada. And then he redrew and then Corey won. MMIS Cool is in chat, which is, he was on there a while ago. Mike, auto drop. So. Oh, he has bad hay fever, itchy red eyes. Yeah, Karen's not feeling too good.
No, that's not cool. Well, you're never a pretty sight anyways, Kieran, but, you know.
Let's see. Well, I'm going to raid into, for everybody watching on Twitch, I'm going to raid into, I guess, Maker Deck. And everybody in YouTube, everybody, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Liam will be on Tuesday night, 4 p.m. Pacific. Yeah, thank you for all the subscribes, the likes, the bits, the donations. I really appreciate it. It helps me out immensely, everybody. And let me raid over. So I'm going to hit start raid, and I'll run my exit, and that'll be it. So thanks, you guys.
Jerry, appreciate it.
I'll be back next Saturday, 1 p.m. Pacific. So here we're raiding over to Maker Deck right now. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.